opportunity to drink the beer. You got to check on the beer.
Even if the beer somehow survived the rollover, it would be destroyed as a matter of course, especially if glass bottles are involved. I've been a truck driver for over 20 years. In January of the year 2000, I was hauling more than 2,200 cases of Budweiser and made a serious foul. I'll spare you the long backstory. The short version is the load shifted on a tight turn. I laid that truck right on its side.
Ooh.
It was a load of beer the local distributor was bringing in for Super Bowl weekend.
Oh.
It was the Friday morning before the game. There was no time to get more. Some people ruin a party. I ruined all of them. Well, thank you. Typically, the beer involved in a wreck is destroyed to avoid possible contamination. Well, thank you, Joseph.
I would imagine it'd be just like if the cork gets away from you in a bottle of wine, you just put some sort of strainer over the hole of the bottle, and
sure, you got to remove some sediment.
Catch the cork, and you could do that with a bottle of beer full of glass. Come on, we can still drink the beer.
What if there's a chip of glass off the top of the...
and it gets in your lungs and you die? I don't know, Tom. Then what? I don't know.
Your lungs? What the hell? You been in a bong?
I'm not real clear about how digestion works. The point is...
well, we want to salute our truck drivers and thank you so much.
Well, that's not the rule of that. Is that what you got out of that story?
Well, look, hey, everybody.
He wrecked a truck and spilled beer.
You wreck this show at least once a week. What are you talking about?
I'm not the only one. Sure, I'm the ringleader, but
I'll take credit for that too. No, it's interesting. We always thank the truck drivers when we say grace. The truck drivers who haul all the stuff that makes our lives possible.
Very nice.
Often unappreciated by. In fact, a lot of people are unappreciated. It's starting to bother me. We always get these. It's National Mullet Day. How about National Engineers Day and the people who make the world so great? Huh?
See that some kid in Canada won the world's best.
We have that.
We have the story.
Yeah. He's a great.
It's all downhill from here, mullet boy.
Great little mullet.
Mullet boy.
Well,
I'm telling you.
Would you want to be remembered that for the rest of your life? He's probably going to have to keep it.
I have a feeling this guy probably likes it.
Remember how Ellie Mae Clampett, that actress, kept the Ellie Mae look when she was like 90? And
that was her choice.
It was really disturbing.
Rosemary did the same thing with the boner hair. That's their choice.
Yeah, but there's a point at which aging, embrace it.
Yeah.
Are you looking at Godwin?
Nothing. I didn't say anything. No.
No, Pat. That is of all the fake hair colors you've had, that one is the best.
Oh well, thank you, Tom.
You're welcome.
You are the expert on hair.
No, I'm just saying. I'm the only one. I'm the one being nice to you. Everyone else is mocking you.
We weren't mocking. You just went to all that trouble to go natural.
Look, this is like 3rd, 4th grade. If you get a haircut, if you change anything, we're going to tease you about it.
I'm with Chick on this one. I agree.
We're going to tease you.
I agree.
But I like this sort of vague pompadour you've got going, though.
Vague? I don't know. I have headphones on. Jesus.
See, he's got kind of a poofy Elvis at 90 look.
Oh, 90.
At least
which we have no idea what that would look like.
No.
Probably this.
Well, I'm assuming.
Skeletal, I would think.
No.
Aren't those creepy photographs? They can age their, computer-generated age their photos after they're dead. It's really creepy.
Yeah, okay. Well, coming up in sports, want to give you the teaser?
No.
Okay.
Horrible weekend other than the Cowboys lost. Other than that,
barely.
Jiminy Christmas. Well, not barely. 24-19. Come on.
But, they had the ball at the end. Could have gone the other way.
Could have, but it didn't. What the hell?
So the game.
Pittsburgh is the best team out there, theoretically, and they almost got beaten by one of the worst.
You don't think Pittsburgh took them lightly? Yeah, probably not. NFL World reacts to the Saints blowing out Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. What the hell happened?
Oh.
Where are the Buccaneers, Josh?
Under my bucking hat?
Well, they must be because they weren't on the field last night. The Saints win last night. What was it? 38-3 or some crazy score. New Orleans 38, Tampa Bay 3. I had Tampa Bay was favored minus the 5. That was my double shock. Oh. It did not come through.
Wow, I was wondering what accounted for the rough mood. Yeah. I had forgotten my little crib notes here.
And then Washington, I had them minus the 3 against the Giants. Oh, the Giants won by 3.
You had the Colts, and they got annihilated.
And then the Colts had 2 points, and the Ravens decided to play in the second half. So if you do the math on that...
It's minus 4.
0-4, kids, to take the season record to 25-19. So
that's the sunny side of the street.
That's the sunny side of the street.
You're still doing well on the season. So obviously the only way to get out of this is to do Big pick for tonight's game.
Says the devil.
Right, Ace?
I don't think there's any reason. Oh, my gosh. This is going to be an interesting game tonight. The Jets might just win this one. Patriots and the Jets. Jets getting 10 at home, but the Jets get 10 against everybody. And the Patriots are on a 5-game losing streak? They haven't lost
So you know what?
5 or
They're
6
gonna
in
be
a row
hungry.
since
They're due.
90.
Well, so the
When
Jets.
we're
the Jets are
talking
due.
sports, is she allowed to speak?
That's the only thing I ever say. They're due.
I shouldn't be, and I'm talking too.
No, I shouldn't be. I know nothing.
You've done more legit sports journalism than Chick ever
You
has.
used to work for ESPN. You used to work for
Yeah.
ESPN.
Okay, there's that.
Journalism, here, stand here. All right.
Chick's barely allowed to
Move your
watch
hair.
ESPN.
Say good evening. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have an update
I'm on
on.
TV. Oh.
No, for those of you that missed the shows last week, big announcement, huge announcement. Ace Cosby, you want to tell everybody what's going on, Ace?
It's Monday.
Oh, God.
Announcement about you, Ace. You announced that you are.
Please cooperate. Please. You're a guest.
Ace announced that he is getting married. You are now officially engaged.
That's still on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was the weekend.
It's a weekend.
Pat's right. A fair question for him.
I have a follow-up. Any gunplay over the weekend?
As I like to tell Christy, it's never boring.
Never boring.
Okay.
Oh, it sounds like love to me. And I know. I've been through them all.
Yeah,
Me too.
Did she finish off the Halloween candy ring? What happened?
I never felt more alive than when I was terrified for my life.
Okay, well, we'll find out more about Ace's issues coming up. And Pat, we got to get you working on a song.
All righty.
The Pat Godwin
Glad
Challenge.
to be here.
We have, let's see, we have
That came off weird.
deer flavored whiskey in the news.
How about that? That's pretty cool.
We have, oh boy. Let's see now, what would be exciting? Oh, we have monkeys in the news. Do you like monkeys in the zoo?
Always like monkeys.
Okay, we have some monkeys news. What
I've
else?
come 180 on the monkeys. I really wanted to own a monkey, and then I heard all these stories about
You don't want to own a
people
monkey.
getting their faces torn off.
Oh,
Have you seen the video of the monkey getting the Ready Whip out of the refrigerator? Oh, it's hysterical.
He likes it a lot, right?
He likes it a lot. He
That's
loves the
mean.
Ready Whip. He jumps up, runs over, opens the refrigerator, grabs the Ready Whip, and you see him trying to get the cap off.
So this clearly is not in the wild.
No. He's wearing a diaper, too. Just so you know.
That's under Angel Falls, isn't it? Where there's a big refrigerator full of Cool Whip.
We have a guy trying out a sex toy in a store. We have my favorite store, I think, is these robots. We talked about them last year, but now this is a big thing. Instead of scarecrows, they have these monster robots that run around scaring the bejesus out of critters that are going to ruin crops. All this is what we'll review and do a pick coming up. I also want to tell you, in case you've been following the news, that probably one of the only things that's actually up during this whole worldwide pandemic is cybercrime. That's right, way up, as a matter of fact. So, among other things, it's from people working at home and people monitoring their computers, et cetera, et cetera. A good friend of mine had a huge problem with this recently. So, be careful. The FBI is very concerned about this, especially, by the way, this is interesting. Hotel Wi-Fi is posing an increased security risk, as is home Wi-Fi and various Wi-Fi networks. Apparently, hackers are exploiting lax hotel Wi-Fi security, stealing a lot of personal data. So why am I bringing this up? Because our friends at LifeLock want to help you out and try to make sure that you don't get your identity stolen. LifeLock can detect a wide range of identity threats. For example, your social security number could be for sale right now on the dark web. Wi-Fi's out there looking and keeping your private information private and letting you know when it's floating around out there. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock is looking for threats and will probably see threats you might miss on your own. It's very inexpensive, by the way. Join right now and save an extra 25%. That's right, you can get 25% off your first year by using the promo code TOM25. You'll sleep better knowing that LifeLock is looking out for you. 1-800-LifeLock or just head to lifelock.com. The promo code is TOM25 for 25% off. You'll sleep better. Protect yourself with our friends at LifeLock.com. Coming up, we have various exciting things. Dog food news, alligator news.
Martial arts in the world record area. Oh,
And in case you're a Keith Smith fan,
he's a Falcons football player.
we have a interesting thing about his diet.
Okay.
Fascinating, actually. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
the globe to bring you the constant variety of
Loads of curvy cleavage on display.
the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry.
The human drama of
Loads of curvy cleavage on display.
this is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
Hey, everybody. Mark Allison here with you on a Monday. Bob and Tom, not necessarily known for their Monday shows, but hold on a second. We've got comedian Reno Collier zooming his way on. You can check him out at renocollier.net. And coming up later this month, November 20th through the 21st, you can catch Reno Collier at the Grove in Lowell, Arkansas, and December 4th and 5th at the Flyover in Anderson, Indiana. Greg Hahn appeared there this weekend. We had Greg Hahn on the show Friday. Man, was he funny. He was in a hotel room on a Zoom call, I guess, Skyping in, however he did it, but in a hotel room, 7:30 in the morning, being Greg Hahn. I'm glad I wasn't sleeping in the room next to his. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Jeopardy host Alex Trebek has died after battling pancreatic cancer for nearly 2 years. Jeopardy studio Sony says Trebek died at his Los Angeles home early Sunday. With family and friends surrounding him, he was 80. Trebek presided over the beloved quiz show for more than 30 years. And Norm Crosby, the comedian known for mangling the English language, has also died. He was 93. The comic passed away Saturday of heart failure in Los Angeles. Nikki Sixx has traded Sunset Strip for the Tetons. He's moved to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. He did it over the summer because he felt that Los Angeles was getting too tough a place to raise his baby girl. Now Sixx spends his days fishing on the Snake River. It may not sound very rock and roll, but Nikki Sixx grew up fishing and hunting as a boy in the Twin Falls, Idaho area. And a music fan thought John Lennon sounded hopeless on his Imagine album in 1971 and wrote to him about his Christian faith. Lennon wrote back, chewing him out. Lennon's letter is now for sale. Tom Bonfeld of Lexington wrote the letter and said in 1993 statement he wanted to share his religious beliefs in an uplifting and non-threatening manner. Lennon wrote back in a letter dated October 1st, 1971, "Listen, brother, why don't you Jesus freaks get off people's backs?" The letter will sell for as much as $35,000, they believe, when it's auctioned on Thursday at R&R Auctions. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Did you ever read the book about what a flat earther wrote called Across the
Wait, no, slow down.
No.
I think we can reset the show.
Back it up.
I think we have a chance here.
Give him a little setup.
No, he's going to make it. There's something here.
Well, the flat earthers did not care for Jules Irving, and so they had an answer to his book, and it was Across the World in 80 Days.
Anyone? Seriously.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
6:20, right on the nose at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
That's Christy Lee. She's got the weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy today, record high possible. Look for a high of 78. Tonight, partly cloudy down to 60. Sun and clouds early, becoming cloudy with a chance for an afternoon shower on Tuesday. And a high of 74. It's 51 right now.
But still, come on, it's November. It's going to be 78. All right. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It's great to be here on this, the 9th of November. Let's see now. I didn't really introduce everybody before. He's got his Raiders cap on. Sorry, Ace. It's Ace Cosby, our engineer. Chick McGee's across the way. He's a Washington Football Club fan.
How about you?
Sorry, Chick. It's Josh Arnold sitting in the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair.
You got that right, pal.
There you go. How are those St. Louis Cardinals doing? Oh.
That's mean.
It's not even mean. It's meaningless.
It's puzzling. You know, Washington football's...
St. Louis Rams? Oh, sorry.
Washington football quarterbacks are quickly turning into spinal tap drummers.
Yeah,
I can tell you that.
We'll get to that in a second. Christy Lee at the perfectly proportioned head and body at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
Let me ask you something.
Well, no, there's been some speculation that Christy's head's
Why
too
has
small
this
for her
all of
body.
a sudden become an important talking point with you? You always like to say, now her head's tiny, but that goes with the rest of her body.
Yes,
I don't understand.
I should be able to be clear on that because it would be very weird if she
we don't want to mention
the body of Dick Butkus and a little teeny tiny head.
Well, that would be weird.
Willie G is right there. Patty G's right there. This is Tom speaking. Hello.
What's going on, Will?
I'm just, doing some fantasy football trades over here.
All right, cool.
Done.
Very
Did you have a good weekend, Willie?
Oh, yeah, real fun. What about y'all?
She met with fantasy football.
I did. I won. The Colts lost, but I feel good. You know, as a manager, it's important to make some risky plays. I consulted with my older brother, Samson. He came over for a little consultation. Yeah, things worked out for old Will this time.
Good. Fortune favors the bold, doesn't it? Yeah.
I'm a brave guy, Josh.
Now, on a different note, we were discussing the romantic life of our engineer, Ace Cosby. Besides being the proprietor of the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day, Ace has announced that he is going to be getting married at some point in the future.
Thus breaking hearts of women across the nation.
Of course.
And blessing one.
Well, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I have a question.
Yeah.
How much longer do we congratulate him before it gets awkward and he's not married yet?
Yeah.
Well, like 6 months, a year, 2 years. He's already said we got to get through the pandemic. So I'm looking at 22 already.
It makes sense.
Being optimistic, 2022. So we can't do this every day.
Well, I have to start preparing because Ace has very kindly asked me to be the officiant at the wedding. As you know,
Want to get some sponsorship going?
Licensed to do this. Ace, of course.
I give you $50 not to get married. How about that? Right now.
Hate the ideal of
cash.
Hate the ideal of a cash bar at a wedding.
If those are called ideas, but either way.
I think it should be BYOB, no?
What about, but is no one going to draw attention? My dad officiating this might be the worst idea you've ever had, Ace.
Do you remember when he did the graduation speech?
Oh, Sam's graduation?
Yeah. He worried about that for, 6 weeks every day. He's like, I have to work on my speech.
And
it was
unbelievable. He made an incredible speech. Sure. Very touching. I might have teared up a little bit. I will say, though, he did leave immediately after the speech. He didn't stay to watch the rest of the graduation. So, Ace, after you say I do, he might just peace out.
Oh, especially if Ace has a cash bar. I mean, I'm not going to pay $6 for a soda water.
You've officiated a wedding before.
Yes, I have. No, and I'll tell you what, it's a very tough crowd, as is a graduation, because you've got grandma and grandpa, and then you've got the kid. You've really got to hold their attention. Ace has been very kind asking me, and he just asked me to make it a little bit different. He wants me to somehow weave the Las Vegas Raiders and Kiss into the vows, and promise not to mention Freddie and the Dreamers. So I'm working on it.
What odds? What are the odds that Ace has? Well, he will have a cash bar, I guess, won't you?
No. BYOB.
Yeah, right.
No, I did.
Better than a cash bar.
That's better than a cash bar.
Everybody brings
I gave him the name
Have
of
cooler, will travel.
That's right.
I gave him the name of my lawyer so he can get a prenup to protect his coupon portfolio.
Sure.
Ace, of course, a big coupon clipper. Does your fiance, is she big on the coupons also?
No.
Oh, okay. Does she understand that your reverence for the world of couponing?
She does.
Okay, good to know.
Does the idea of an elopement, I mean, you can go to Vegas, see a Raiders game, and then get married?
That's perfect.
Oh, you can't go to a Raider game this year. There's no crowds there.
Right, but you're planning on waiting for your wedding anyway, right?
Yeah. 2022 is what I'm saying.
You guys
I think that's being
you're trying to cut out my gig?
I'm just saying it might end up being a cheaper affair.
Yeah, how much you going to want to officiate?
It would be for Ace, of course. There would be no fee involved.
Oh, is that right?
He loves free.
He likes. That's right.
I'll let you
He
know
loves
where we
free.
get registered.
Buy me a wedding, Tom.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. We have to move forward here, and we have some great letters. If you want to send us an email, how do you do that, Josh?
Oh my gosh! Email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com. Use our app if you like, or text us. My goodness, 1-8.
This is the best part of the show.
It's 888. When I threw the 1 in, it threw me 888-262-8661.
There we go. Thank you
I get 69 cents per text.
You get nothing.
Really helps. What?
We have an email. Dear stupid idiots.
Oh,
must be for us.
You're a loyal listener.
I was an avid listener to your show, but due to some problems I'd rather not go into, I've been absent for a few years. But once again, I thought, hey, I'll start listening again.
Okay.
I found myself once again, though, alarmingly, agreeing with everything Tom has an opinion on.
Uh-oh.
I also share his tastes in humor and wit, including duty.
Oh, boy.
Friends don't understand why. P.S. My first therapy session is next Thursday. And my name also is Tom.
Well, how about that?
Go get him, Tom.
Well, thank you very much.
There you go.
Also, if we want to go to the mailbag quickly, this is a really nice letter. My 80-year-old mother gave me a brand new bottle of Brut for my birthday a few weeks ago.
Nice.
She was so excited to get Brut. By the way, is what a 1960s era
70s, yeah.
men's cologne.
60s, 70s.
My grandmother was so excited to give it to me. When I took it out of the gift bag, she said, "This is the cologne Elvis Presley used." I lovingly thanked her. Isn't
That's
that
nice.
Sweet.
Can you buy it new? Or
I don't know.
I bet she had it. She had it somewhere. Was Brut cologne or an aftershave? Or did they have both?
I don't know the distinction.
Splash on? I don't think it was a perfume, no, or like a.
It was
cologne.
advertised on football games. It seemed to me constantly.
You ever use aftershave?
No.
What's it for?
Soothing the skin.
Cool your face.
Okay.
Selling.
Old Spice?
Yeah.
Which one do you smack yourself in the face with?
Yeah, thanks. I needed that.
Yeah.
Aqua Velva?
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah.
Yeah, the guy did he slap himself or did someone come and do it for him?
I think somebody did it for him.
Did
Didn't
it, I think.
Yeah, that and the Terratin I'd rather fight than switch where the woman has the black eye.
Yeah.
Really kind of a low point in advertising.
Yeah.
We endorse domestic violence. She wouldn't listen. Look what happened to her. Smoked the wrong cigarette, so I belted her in the face.
Whoa.
Those were the days, huh?
Whoa.
Here we go. Here's another letter. We were talking about, I mentioned that at one point there was a rabbit meat fast food chain.
Yes.
You guys looked at me as if I were making it up. There was, in fact, an attempt to create a fast food chain with rabbit meat. We got a nice letter from someone. The place was called Hopscotch. Apparently it opened and closed within a few months.
I don't think there was a big market for that.
Hopscotch, really? With like girls in plaid skirts and stuff, really?
I think it's really. I mean, it's arguably just a cultural thing.
Eating rabbit?
Yeah, it's. And
That's big in France. That's the only place I know of.
I'm sure it's, where people are hungry, it's probably big.
Well,
it's just here we have these images of little bunnies and
rats are big where people are hungry. I mean,
yeah. Well, I'm just saying.
Guinea pigs,
didn't
if you
take
want to
off here. I mean, they eat horse meat in France and restaurants. So
they eat horse meat, don't they?
Yeah, there you go.
Gig Young's in that, right? Didn't he win the county award? Sorry to bother you.
Here we go. There's another one. Dear idiots.
Yeah.
There we go again.
That's us.
The Rabbit restaurant you speak of was in West Lafayette, Indiana, close to the campus of Purdue University, in the inside corner of the Chauncey Hill Mall. It was called Hopscotch.
Wow.
I'll be darned.
I ate there when I was in high school. And then he goes on to say something I'm not sure if we can legally repeat. Okay. And then here's an article, Fried Rabbit in the Chauncey Hill Mall.
Huh.
Oh, it's fried, huh?
God, a lot of people went to this place, okay. The Secretary of State's office allegedly stepped in to stop what appeared to be a rabbit ranching scam.
Rabbit ranching scam.
I don't know what happened. That's what I'm just reading.
Remember, Arby's had the venison sandwich last year.
Oh, that's right. They did.
I was lucky enough to get one of them. And
how was it?
Any good?
Very tasty.
There's some code word you use at Arby's. Maybe, Christy, you could get on this.
What?
So, that they give you all the meats on a sandwich.
I believe it's called the Meat Mountain.
The Meat Mountain.
Oh.
Yeah, if you ask that, they give you a sandwich with everything on it.
Oh, Christy, I was going to give you this one, but since we're talking about it, I'll do it real quick.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
I'm mouth-watering over here, Chip.
Yeah, me too. Who doesn't love Arby's?
Pennsylvania store is selling deer-flavored whiskey.
Oh, dear.
Tamworth Distilling and Pennsylvania's Quaker City Mercantile have teamed up to produce the Deer Slayer. Literary reference. You want to take that, Josh?
That is from...
That's the Mohican.
the name
book.
of a... Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's, Chick,
You
stand
can
by.
hit him.
It's a 99 proof venison-flavored whiskey. Wow, that's got to be
That
interesting.
sounds terrible to me.
It does. It's $65 a bottle.
I have to honestly say I've never eaten venison, so I don't really know what it
I
tastes
got
like.
to tell you, I wouldn't want a
Free gaming.
chicken-flavored
65
bourbon either.
bucks.
I mean, or a
But
filet
peanut butter
mignon. Peanut butter bourbon?
If you want to get some, you can find it at artintheage.com. We'll post this. Oh, dear God, listen to this. I'm sorry, I'm reading this last part for the first time. The venison-flavored whiskey will not be the distillery's only unusual creation this year. It's also launching Corpse Flower Durian Brandy.
Is that right?
Now, that's the famous
Stinky
flower that opens up every dozen years.
And it smells like a corpse.
Yes.
It smells terrible.
So why would you want to drink that?
I imagine that.
There are people who like that durian stuff.
But, so if you're a big fan of venison, might be, who knows?
Are these spirits entirely based on literary references that this company does? Is that what the whole thing is?
I don't know.
I don't think that was a Dorian Gray reference.
Okay, that's what I was
That's the name
of the plant.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Christy. I'm not sure I'd like the taste of that.
I don't. No.
I like venison, but I like gamey meats.
Do you?
Yeah. I like liver and I like... I buy my steak and I sit it on my deck for 3 days.
Just about rancid enough.
Not quite ready.
I've never understood the aged beef thing. I know
Tom and I have a standing chicken liver date. It's been 33 years. We still haven't eaten. Sat down to a big meal of chicken livers, but we're going to.
Do you want me to get a bottle of this, Christy, so you can try it?
No, I just said I don't want anything to do with it.
Okay. Boy, that should be unusual. Deer-flavored whiskey.
No, thank you.
We'll look into it. I'll find out more, sir.
Is it good luck if you drink the tick? Aren't deers riddled with deer tick?
Big dose of Lyme disease. Ask
Ironically,
Daryl Hall about Lyme
you drink
disease.
it with a lime.
Yeah.
That would be the way to go. I don't know. That just sounds awful, but who knows? Maybe just drink regular whiskey if you like your venison.
I just can't imagine the two together.
Yeah. If you get a really bad hangover, the next morning you have hair of the deer.
Yeah, you do. You do. Hair of the deer.
It doesn't rhyme?
No.
Instead of hair of the dog, you see.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Hair of the deer.
There's a deer. We didn't understand it. That's why none of us were laughing. We didn't get it.
I'm sorry. We need to dip our toes into the world of sports.
Oh, yeah, now you need me. Okay.
What you got?
Hey, NFL yesterday, Lamar Jackson, they call him LJ. He cranked up the tempo, it says here, in the second half, and the Ravens took advantage, scored 2 touchdowns. 24-10 victory over the Colts in Indianapolis. The win broke the NFL record for consecutive games with 20 or more points. The Ravens have done that in 31 straight to break a tie with Denver, oddly enough. Drew, why haven't they called him Cool Breeze? I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't make
why
any
didn't
sense.
that ever...
Doesn't make any sense.
Cool Breeze. Hey, Cool Breeze.
Hey, Cool Breeze coming in.
I don't know. Maybe
They call him the Breeze.
they don't say the
Cool
game
Breeze.
was neato and keen.
Was that a song? Cool Breeze?
Isn't Cool
So
Breeze
your
kind of a
objection
dated
would be
reference?
a dated reference. Is that right?
That's correct.
No, I
Really
like.
irritating,
There's
isn't it?
Christy. There's Cool Change.
Cool
by
Change,
Little River
yes.
Band.
I spent the
Oh, I love it.
I love it too.
That's dead on right there.
Love Little
That's Cool
River.
Change. Sorry. A cool change.
Meaningless lyrics.
It
Stop
starts, Cool Change start. This is dead on. I don't know the
You
words.
guys are
Let's get that up and
haters.
listen to it.
Okay. Cool breeze is a well-known colloquial phrase from the 1970s.
Well, so that would be practically
it's
brand new to you.
It's too late for Tom.
Well,
Too modern.
It comes from a what's described here as a blaxploitation movie.
Oh, no kidding. Cool
Black
breeze.
Gun with Jim Brown? Oh.
I don't know. So I think it may be. I think it's more dated than that. But I don't. I mean, the fact that Mr. Breeze is.
Drew Brees and Tom Brady have been going back and forth with the all-time touchdown, NFL touchdown passing. So Drew Brees took over last night. Saints are in first place, 38-3 rout of those Buccaneers in Tampa.
Man.
So as you can tell, Tom Brady did not throw a touchdown pass, and Drew Brees did. Ben Roethlisberger, all of his touchdown passes, he shrugs off a knee injury. I'm fine. Cut me, Mick. He rallies the Steelers to a 24-19 win over the Dallas team and keeping the Steelers at the NFL's only unbeaten team. That means the Dolphins can't open up their champagne in the 1972. The body of Don Shula.
Okay, we'll review that in a second. Right now, if you're listening to this show, it sounds 25% funnier if you listen on Raycon earbuds.
Heck yeah.
We promise you. The Raycons are the best, and they're not going to fly out of your ears because they have adjustable little nip things. What do you call them?
Ear tips, maybe?
Ear tips. We'll go with that rubbery. The point is, if you've got a different type of expensive earbuds and they
Ear
keep
seals.
flying out of your
I
ears.
did the legwork on this a couple of years ago. I found out that Raycon earbuds were the most comfortable and sounded the best to this reporter. Thank you. And I think you'll find that with seamless Bluetooth pairing, comfortable noise isolating fit with those nips Tom was speaking of, and you can start listening right away and keep listening for hours. That's right. Charge time's amazing. Audio quality, unbelievable, comparable to what you get from other premium brands, except Raycons, let's start at half the price. So this holiday season, spend some time alone, surrounded by all of your relatives with your Raycons firmly in your ears, listening to the new Foo Fighters. Get your special someone. They can listen to it at work, their play, at home, on the go. Pick up a pair for yourself, because that's our rule here on the show. You buy something for someone, and then you buy something for yourself. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom to unlock exclusive deals up to 20% off your Raycon order. But hurry, this offer available for a limited time. And you don't want to miss it. That's buyraycon.com/Tom, and it unlocks 20% off your Raycons. Believe me, they're swell. Buyraycon.com/Tom.
We get a lot of love letters about the Raycons. And in this world, one of the great things about the Raycons is it's with the famous words about music. Sometimes it's the notes you don't play.
Yeah.
With the Raycons, sometimes it's the sounds you don't hear. Oh, look, that person's moving their mouth. I hear nothing. This is heavenly. Enjoy your Raycons. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Coming right back, we have the Mullet Championship. We've got a great bowling story. And what does the NFL Falcons' Keith Smith eat constantly? It's the same thing every day over and over. We'll find out what it is. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schlitz, but for me, it's
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
24/7. Hey, Mark Allison rolling through a Monday. It's November 9th. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you had a great weekend as well. We're here skating at full strength, thankfully. Reno Collier is going to be zooming his way in from the South. Nashville, Tennessee is where Reno's located, and we'll catch up with Reno later this morning right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Stay tuned. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports. Lamar Jackson cranked up the tempo in the second half. Ravens took advantage, scored 2 touchdowns, 24-10 victory over the Colts in Indianapolis. Drew Brees, 222 yards last night and 4 touchdowns, regaining the NFL career touchdown pass lead, and the Saints into first place in the NFC South. 38-3 rout of Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Roethlisberger, all 3 of his touchdown passes after shrugging off a slight knee injury. Pittsburgh, 24-19 winners over the Cowboys. Miami rookie Tua Tagovailoa threw for 248 yards and 2 touchdowns, his second NFL start. Dolphins rally in the fourth quarter, 34-31 winners over the Cardinals yesterday in Arizona. Other winners in the NFL, Atlanta, Buffalo, Houston, Kansas City, Minnesota, the Giants, Tennessee, and Vegas. Alabama, number 1 in the AP college football poll for the first time this year. Clemson gave up the top spot for the first time this season, go to number 4 after losing to Notre Dame, which moved up to number 2. Ohio State goes to 3. Texas A&M moves up to number 5, and Florida jumps up 2 spots to number 6 after beating Georgia. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
So you're screaming out loud in a hotel room, waking up the guy next door.
Waking up everybody in the hotel.
Okay, good.
Let's talk about these girls. Girls.
What girls?
Hear more about them.
They come up with the excuses. When they don't want to go out, they got the excuses, but they don't work on me. You know, it's like, oh, I got a migraine. My dog's acting weird. My car won't start. My mom's birthday is today. You know, I'll just be like, hey, I got some Excedrin, a treat for your dog, some jumper cables, and a cake for your mom. See you at 8.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I just went on a date with one girl, and she was wearing a skirt and a pair of jeans under the skirt. Like she was trying to say, hey, Matt, here's 2 things you're not getting into tonight.
You guys can't see the camera, but Christy just
I have very
like she was
small
getting ready to
hands.
eat a giant Subway sandwich.
Right. Yeah, by the way, Christy, I think maybe the reason it's been a while since you had a date is if that's your standard, we're going to need a horse.
No. Oh, my gosh. No.
Did you see her hands?
Yeah, she
does very well for herself.
She was about to drop whatever she was imagining because the grass was so wide.
I was thinking of a sausage roll.
Yeah.
Well,
Not
okay.
a penis.
Well, all right.
show us how you hold the penis.
Do the penis hold, Christy.
Now we're going to get arrested again. Stop it.
Depends on if it's 1 hand or 2.
Comedian Daniel Tosh is here with us. What's your favorite holiday?
Oh, daylight savings time.
644 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Coming up today on Q95 Radio, we've got your shot at some serious cash in chunks of $1,000. That's very nice. Also, I'll remind you, the TV show tonight, it's called Bob and Tom Tonight. It's at My Indy TV 23 at 11:30 this evening. Thanks for joining us now and then. Now, I'll go ahead a couple of things to get to, but Christy, can you run that forecast by me? Is it insane? What is it, November 9th, and it's going to be 78?
Q95, Fox 59 weather, brought to you by the Car X Man. Partly cloudy, 78. Could be a new record high. Partly cloudy tonight, down to 60. We'll have sun clouds early Tuesday, then cloudy with a chance for an afternoon shower as the more fall-like weather rolls in. Look for a high of 74.
Veterans Day coming up. How about let's do some veterans requests. If you're a veteran out there, got something you want to hear, give us a shout out.
Yes.
Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Let's start getting those stacked up.
I want to hear that Eskimo song. I don't know, but I've been told Eskimo.
Oh, well, yeah. That would be a veteran request. I mean, veterans
we can't say any of that anymore, can we? My fault.
Your fault. 1, 2. Your fault. 3, 4.
I like Eskimo pie.
Oh, boy, the day The show went off the
finally
rails.
did it.
Okay, where was I? Welcome back. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Thank you so much for joining us on this, the 9th of November. We are here. Got a weird update in the news. Pat, get your guitar out.
It's out, baby.
Got a beaver request if you know where I'm going with this.
I think I got you.
Okay.
Whip it out, baby.
Pat, fresh from 4 sold-out gigs in Illinois.
I am sore. I haven't done 4 shows in a while. My whole body hurts.
Sore?
Yeah. I've walked around like that.
Well, I think that.
From strumming and all the laughter.
He works hard on stage.
I have to.
Got to get to the emergency room. Why
Oh, no,
are you
it's,
at the hospital?
Are you kidding
Oh, no,
me?
it's
I ache.
It's the groupies chick after the show. You know, Pat has his.
Okay, you looked at Christy and said, chick. Plain as we all
That's
saw.
okay. So,
I'm trying to juggle 5 different things here.
so you work 2 hours a day and you're worn out.
I'm worn out.
Jesus, you are.
I fished all weekend and I'm sore, and that's not all that athletic.
You were out on a boat. What was that all about? That was a cool
Fishing.
looking boat, man.
Oh yeah, my brother's fishing. Yeah, cool.
Nice.
Wait a minute. You went
Fishing again?
fishing
God.
and back to the Ozarks?
Yeah.
And you didn't tell Tom anything about it. You're in big trouble.
Did you have fun?
That's a long way to drive just for.
Oh yeah, it was a nice day of fishing.
Well, did you get anything?
1.5 largemouth. That was the biggest I caught. Yeah, so nothing major.
Okay. Well, now we were talking about this whiskey, this deer whiskey that they're releasing in a couple of days, and I was just doing a little bit of research on this. I'd forgotten about this company, the Tamworth Distilling Company. They're the ones that made the bourbon from what's something called, I believe it's pronounced castoreum.
What's castoreum?
It is the anal secretions of beavers.
Right, apparently it has a vanilla taste.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
And it tastes like vanilla. And I just want to know, I mean, I've always wondered, like, who was the first guy to look at a lobster and go, I'm going to eat that?
Right.
Who was the first guy to go, hey, look at that coming out of that beaver's ass. I want to get me some of that.
How did they figure it out? I can only imagine it was some pelt collector in the... some French pelt dude, and they were cutting it and went, "Oh man, that smells good."
Look,
but would you taste
never
it?
going to believe this.
The distillery says
You're
in
gonna
its
say I'm crazy. It
website
tastes like vanilla.
that the beaver anal secretions exhibit bright and fruit qualities with rich leathery notes. I love that kind of tone.
Oh yeah.
Along with a creamy vanilla aroma.
That's this ass juice we're talking about.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
First time I was ever in a recording studio of any, like serious recording studio. The band that had been in there before us, I went up and those are the big days of the big reel-to-reel tapes. And I kid you not, the band in front of us had just finished recording they were kind of a punk outfit, a song called Butt Juice.
Is that right?
Wow.
What? Honest to God.
Sounds like a punk song.
And I actually, that guy went on to be a tremendous engineer and has engineered some major records.
Okay.
That's one of I'm totally serious. In any event, this place has an alcohol that is flavored with beaver secretions. Once again, castoreum. But and then there's
thank you.
A Pat. I think it's time to hear a little music.
Well, I know this restaurant. I went to a place that served exotic dishes like elk and wild boar. I heard it was delicious, but one thing I ate made me sick. It's so sad to see good beaver gone bad. Well, it was tough and dry. I took a whiff and almost fainted. The pink had turned brown and it tasted kind of tainted. You take your chances eating out. Oh, Josh, I should have had the trout. Good beaver gone bad. You want it fresh. Don't let it spoil rotten. Or leave it hanging around where it's forgotten. You better eat it while it's hot, cause pretty soon it's not. Good beaver goes bad.
Oh, yeah.
Or sometimes a beaver make that sound.
The Queefettes.
Her love.
All right.
Her love is dried up.
Snatchmo.
All right, that's enough.
Snatch was very
How
good.
many tags? Jesus.
See, Satchmo, Christy.
Right.
Nickname of the great
Keep 'em
movie.
coming. Let's go.
All right. Her love is dried up. It once was so delicious. She's cruel and she's cold now, vile and vicious. She was up to no good while she gnawed on the wood. Good beaver gone bad. Here we go. Good beaver. Good beaver. Good beaver gone bad.
Oh, so bad.
OJ, what do you think about beavers?
Damn.
Well, of course.
Ouch.
Walk a mile for a beaver.
Well, thank you, Pat. Yeah, I like the trumpet player Satchmo. You know that Satchmo, of course, Christy, the great Louis Armstrong.
I know who Louis Armstrong is, yes.
Okay. Do you know what he played? What instrument he played?
He played...
Trick question.
Cornet.
The bonophone.
Trumpet, cornet. Never mind.
Skin flute.
Did he play the cornet or the trumpet?
Cornet.
Oh.
I think.
You got a kind heart, cornet.
We have, in any event, if you're interested in this deer-flavored whiskey, apparently it's available at a place called artintheage.com. Or the distillery is Tamworth, T-A-M, Tamworth Distilling. So there you go. And I guess they also have the Beaver Castor Sack.
Okay.
I mean, it may be great. It's one of those things you'd give to a friend, and they have a nice little sip, and then you go, by the way, that's made with the anal secretions of a beaver, and that's when someone shoots you.
I just can't imagine.
It's probably one of those things. If you don't know what it is, it's fine.
I guess.
But there you go. Okay, back to sports. I'm sorry, Chick, we interrupted.
We haven't touched on Cam Newton's hats in a while, so let's take a look. Hey, this is that's his latest hat.
What's in the back?
Well, his hat has luggage, if you notice. And
Is that little bag?
Isn't that nice?
What's going on?
I like it.
I like that hat.
I like
do.
it a lot.
What would you put in that?
He looks great. That's a great looking suit.
Well, he is a
I take the luggage off.
Is that just a bad picture? Or is that, it looks like there's an iPhone in the back of his hat.
No, that's the whole thing we're talking about.
What is
his
that?
hat has luggage.
It has a little...
It's kind of broken the internet. People want to know what's in there.
What a dandy.
I want to know what's in there.
He's quite a dandy, isn't he?
Here's the thing that Josh, maybe you might know about this. I used to love wearing cargo shorts. And then I don't know when, but at some point, cargo shorts became the lamest thing in the whole world.
Overnight.
According to women, you can't wear
I love
cargo
them.
shorts.
You want to step in here,
But
Tommy?
now, the most fashionable thing is hats with an extra pocket. Buddy, that's just cargo shorts and a hat. That's all that is. And they have
You could be
jackets
right. You could
with
be right on
zippers
this.
and pockets on the arms. That's cargo
That's a
shorts
cargo
on the
hat.
arms. What do you have?
If you go over to your next door to your brother's house,
You'll find tons.
there's
of
one of those big plastic things with at least 40 pairs of cargo
Oh,
shorts.
were those sent to the farm, as
Yes.
they say?
Yes.
Yes.
She said she's
A
not going to
cer-
see you in those ever
A
again.
certain woman
shorts?
came into my life, and there go the cargo shorts.
We have
thought they
a
were nice
poster
and
in the other
practical.
room with you wearing cargo
They'll be
shorts.
back in
and we
5
forgot about
years.
I love cargo shorts.
I do. I get that it does look a little insane if they're very bulky, if you have a lot of stuff in them.
Which is what...
That's what they're for.
I never held anything in my cargo shorts. I just liked them.
I would use them at music festivals. So practical. You can keep a lot of stuff in there. But yeah, maybe
so you did dork them out.
You know what cargo shorts say?
I'm a dork, buddy.
Cargo shorts say, we'll hold your mayonnaise. You go make friends, okay? It's a big jar of mayonnaise.
I got mayonnaise over here.
Your grapefruit,
Couldn't
your
have put it
hot
better.
dog, we'll hold on to it. You go make friends. That's right.
Yeah, who made those uncool?
I don't know.
You're right. Women.
Overnight.
Women.
Women said we don't like
Women with taste.
Did Charlie Sheen wear them in 2.5
Sure
Men?
he did. Yeah, and bowling shirts. They're out of style.
Bowling shirts. were
Maybe
big.
that was part of it. I'm
Charlie
not
Sheen
sure.
shirts and 2.5 Men. Boy, they really hit that hard, hoping that would take off. And yikes.
Did he kind of borrow those from Tony Soprano? Did James Gandolfini wear those kind of shirts?
That was a 50s thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he had his falling out from the producers, he made some unfortunate remarks about how much he hated those shirts. Very
I
graphic.
thought they looked very nice.
He's a good-looking guy.
I was a fan of those
He could
shirts.
pull off almost anything except those.
No,
When
I
we
don't-
come
I
back, Chick, what's
disagree.
happening in sports?
Well, we'll have the brands of hats that Cam Newton wears. Looks like Nick Folkways is the
we'll review the
is the leader
how
in
that's
the
pronounced
clubhouse.
when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, Bobcat Goldthwait. Mark Allison here with you on a Monday. Do you have the Bob and Tom Show app on your phone? You should. I bet you're listening to me right now via that app. You can tune in to Bob and Tom 24/7. Hello. Listen to your local station. Tune in to Bob and Tom free podcasts through the app. You heard me. Even set an alarm that'll wake you up with the show. No excuse to be late for work. You've woken up, and the first voice you hear, Christy Lee. Now that's a way to wake up in the morning. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The team helping Joe Biden prepare for the White House and a nonpartisan institution are asking President Donald Trump to cooperate with an orderly transition of power, despite his claims that the election was stolen. Those requests have thrust into the spotlight a little-known agency called the General Services Administration. They're tasked with formally beginning the transition from one administration to another based on all available facts. Asian shares in U.S. futures are rising on relief the U.S. presidential election results were finally decided. Joe Biden, president-elect. Strong Chinese trade data released over the weekend also helped. Benchmarks in Japan, South Korea, Australia, and China all rose today. And Florida is bracing for more impacts from Tropical Storm Eta, which has already brought heavy rains and flooded city streets in the state. They shut down public transportation, ordered evacuations for some areas Sunday. Even if the storm doesn't strengthen into a hurricane, its slow speed and heavy rains pose an enormous threat to an area already drenched from more than 14 inches of rain last month. Eta could dump an additional 6 to 12 inches in the Key West, Miami area. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Oh, Monsieur Le Kiki is a very fine cat with a small little head and a little party hat. And he sits very quietly upon the TV set. Monsieur Le Kiki Le Cat. Oh, he ate a robin, he ate a wren, and he ate a tufted titmouse and then a wren again. He is stuffed with feathers like he was then. Oh, Monsieur Le Kiki Le Cat. Long before there was cable TV, the reception of the aerial was bad on Channel 3. Unless the cat coincidentally sat upon the television. Oh, the years went by, and his soul it did depart. But now he is a knick-knack through the taxidermist art. With a tinfoil flag on his tail eternally. The reception is exceptional upon Channel 3. 'Cause Monsieur Le Kiki is a very fine cat with a small little head and a little party hat. And he sits very quietly upon the TV set. Oh, Monsieur Le Kiki Le Cat.
That was deep, man. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Can I just say that I really love doing this program?
Oh, thank you.
You know, as a this is like such a fun. It's actually entertaining and fun to do it. You know, and as a comedian, you do a lot of shows, and you know, like I did a radio program a few weeks ago, and they introduced me as the bad boy of comedy. Mm-hmm. I never said I was the bad boy of anything, nor do I want to be introduced as such.
Mm-hmm. Where'd they get
Only in comedy do you ever hear that. You never hear that in other professions. You never hear, he's the bad boy of gynecology. See the guy putting on his gloves with his fingers cut off?
Had his finger in a dike.
Comedian Dwight Slick.
Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy has the forecast.
CarX Man says sunshine, 78, right now 54.
Thank you very much. I want to say hi to my buddy, Dr. Lanter. He fixed my eyes up, and Ace's too. Dr. Lanter, Lanter, Lanter Eye Care. He is the man. I'm reading this without glasses. I can get off-the-rack sunglasses now. Thank you, Dr. Lanter. Chick McGee had the LASIK surgery from our friend Dr. Lanter.
Vision, baby.
Get your eyes checked.
Distance.
You're going to want to be able to see. I hope you got two of them, because Dr. Lanter can help you out. He certainly helped me.
Eyeballs.
With the multifocal lenses.
Sunglasses.
Don't participate. Thank you. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show, where several people don't know how to read a clock. Thank you very much. Let's see who's who here. There's Christy Lee. She knows how to read the clock. Thank
Yes,
you,
I
Christy. She knows her way around a clock.
All right. She likes to rock around it.
Let me grab a hold of that clock.
We have Chick McGee across the way weighing in. The man who's round trip to the Ozarks over the weekend. It's Josh Arnold.
Oh, it was a nice weekend.
Doing some fishing. I just noticed you got some color. Very good. Very good. Christy Lee, as I mentioned, is over there. Did I mention that she's at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk and Josh is in the sidekick chair?
Yes, sir.
From our friends at IHateStevensinger.com. Okay, there's Ace. I'm Tom. That's Patty G. Just got a great song out of Pat. And Willie G right there. And we're going to head back to the sports desk in a minute.
Top 3 Cam Newton hats. I don't think we talked enough about Cam Newton's hats.
I don't know enough to.
This is number 3. That's called the silver and black. Now you'll notice Cam's hat also has a scarf.
Sure.
That goes around his.
Some ladies do that.
Around his cheek.
Keep your ears warm.
It's ridiculous.
Would you ever wear that hat, Tom?
Oh, for goodness sake.
Like a silver and black sequin.
It's almost like it's got barbed wire around it.
Yeah.
And I don't think I could pull it off.
It ties underneath.
Cam is, as Christy said, kind of a dandy. He's got his own style. I admire him.
There's a milliner somewhere that's making a fortune off this guy.
And this is called the green flower. He likes that one very much.
Nice.
That's the green flower. He likes that a lot.
Yeah, he looks good in those.
He looks good in that. A lot of people could wear that and get beaten up.
Right.
But of course,
Not can.
But of course, my favorite, and I think it'll be yours too. This is the fez he wore. That's right. It's called the lover hat because it has love on the side of his fez.
It's a very casual look for Cam.
Yeah, the fez is kind of impractical.
It doesn't really do much.
Doesn't keep the sun out of your eyes. I guess if you don't want to get your head sunburned.
You won't see baseball teams wearing fezzes because they need to.
Remember when Austin Powers said to that guy, I don't remember your name, but your fez is familiar? I almost stood up and applauded in the theater.
That man is a genius.
Chick, can I say something?
Sure.
I think it is a tragedy that you have a career where you have to wear headphones every day.
Oh.
Because you, my friend, could pull off several fashionable hats.
I think so.
I like a hat. I have a many baseball cap. I like a name, but I have a weird head.
No.
Because they left me on my back too long when I was a baby. That's another story.
Oh my gosh.
No, but I need a deep bucket. I like a deep bucket in my hats. But standard. Do you
have like a fedora?
I don't. Because my mother made me wear a fedora going to church. You remember that
sorry.
story?
Yeah, I remember that now.
Scarred for life. Me too.
And I wasn't devious yet, and I didn't realize I just had to go get the bulletin for that Sunday and take it home and show it to
I have
her.
a question.
That's
What
all
about
she
a
wanted.
beret?
Does anybody...
I do have a Kangol Sam Jackson hat.
Does anybody wear one of those graduation hats, those mortarboard things?
Like around?
Yeah, wouldn't that be hilarious? Remember those old movies? You'd go in and the professor would always have that.
Right. They were always
the
wearing,
blackboard, yeah.
especially in British movies, or just,
Yeah.
Was that a thing?
It must have been for a little while, somewhere.
See, now that would be a fashion choice.
Are they? Did they do that? They're just ready to graduate at any minute? I mean,
I don't know.
I think it proved that you had or something. Yeah.
You wore the robe with the scarf that had whatever, some kind of indication of what you had done.
I think that comes from the same tradition as like powdered wigs in British courts. I think it was to show formality.
I mean, wouldn't that be cool if Cam Newton, after one of the games, came out with a graduation hat on?
Yeah. I mean, he could pull it off. Nobody
He can do whatever he wants.
Nobody would question it.
Be funny. Did he graduate?
I'm sure he did.
Auburn. Well, he went to a couple schools. I'm not sure.
The percentage of players in the NFL that graduate from college is rather low.
Oh, I thought.
What are they going to do without their degree?
Gee, I don't know.
They can fall back on that guaranteed money now.
Millions.
For a while.
Let's see. Ben Roethlisberger, 3 touchdown passes in the second half. The Steelers come back and beat the Cowboys 24-19. How about them Cowboys? Miami rookie quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. No, but I've blown a tuba. I hope you guys don't get tired of that because it's going to happen every time we bring him up.
I love that. That's a gorgeous name. What a beautiful name.
248 yards and 2 touchdowns. Second half start, and the Dolphins rally fourth quarter 34-31 over Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals in Glendale. The Falcons win. Kostaki, also Buffalo, Houston, Kansas City, Minnesota, Giants, Tennessee, Vegas Ace. And there's your NFL, and I went 0-4 for the weekend on the shoe. I'd rather not talk about it. Alabama, number 1 in the AP college football poll for the first time. Number 2 is Notre Dame. Number 3 is Ohio State. Number 4 is now Clemson. What do you think of those numbers? Tom?
The big numbers coming out of Notre Dame are going to be virus-related.
See that?
I don't know how they've got a team. I don't know how.
The plague to be hitting.
And time now for great events and birthdays in sports.
Oh, I like this segment.
See, I've combined the two so we can.
Yep.
A mashup.
Could you get a fader over there?
No, I like the way it just goes. And here's Chick.
Yeah. Why mess around? Just
I like that. Just boom.
Soprano style.
I have a fader, but he's busy having snacks and watching YouTube.
He's supposed to know the way that you
we can work
whimsically
something
segue
out.
from.
You know, who knows what colors are going to go into this sports tapestry from any given morning.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't, since you haven't proofread them.
It's all a surprise to me. I think I work better that way.
Who's your first birthday?
1965. No, this isn't a birthday. This is an event. I said birthdays and events. Willie Mays was named MVP of the National League in 1965. Isn't that cool, Willie? Willie Mays. Say hey, Willie.
Hey, Willie.
Hey, Willie.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Say that.
1930, Charlie Jones was born. Do you remember Charlie Jones?
Who's Charlie Jones?
Animator for Warner Brothers.
That's Chuck Jones.
Oh, I'm not allowed to talk.
That's right. You're at the Broad.
Well, give us a
Charlie Jones, famous sportscaster for NBC. He used to host the Fritos College Sports Hour or something.
I don't remember that.
Was that back when the Frito Bandito was running around?
Yep. That's the only way you get your highlights then.
And
halftime with Howard and Charlie Jones.
Oh, he's famous, but I mean, not as famous as his wife.
Mrs. Jones. I thought maybe
Chick was in a good mood, and look what you've done.
I thought maybe you were going to do a Casey Jones thing.
No, I knew where he was going.
Okay, yeah.
I have a standing order over here for anything in sports with Jones's last name. I have to
not do it.
I have to do it. So
I did get a letter from a language expert that says that is in fact a lisp.
No, you didn't.
Oh, you got a letter.
No, you didn't.
Remember? Show us the letter right now.
That said the exact opposite.
Print the letter out.
That guy doesn't wear a mortarboard. My guy does.
No, your guy's probably on your payroll. That's why.
Hey, let's check this out. See if this is on.
What?
Gary Jones. Jerry Jones.
Who's Gary Jones?
Jerry Jones.
Oh.
Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys own Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones. He's going to start firing people any minute now, by the way. Look for that. Also, birthday
fade?
That was nice. This is all for Josh. All for you, Damien. Whitey Herzog, born this day in 1931. Legendary manager for the Cardinals. And
I wouldn't go with that nickname these days, huh?
Yeah, I couldn't go with Whitey.
Why would you point that out?
Yeah.
Well, he pointed out earlier that the Frito Bandito is...
that was
Josh.
Right. No, and Whitey has changed his name to Honky Herzog.
And my favorite Cardinal, but I only have a pedestrian knowledge of the St. Louis baseball team. This day in 1935, Bob Gibson.
Oh, man. The now late Bob Gibson.
That was it.
Yeah.
Just an angry young man who could throw a baseball.
Boy, he could throw.
Amazing guy. Like 0.8 ERA for a World Series game.
And I had the pleasure of meeting him. He was a gentleman.
No kidding.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Yeah. When I worked for Rolling Sporting Goods in St. Louis, Bob Gibson would come in, so would many other Cardinal players.
Many?
Lou Brock, and yeah.
Who was the nicest?
Nicest, probably Ozzie Smith.
Who was the funniest? Were any of them
funniest Cardinal?
humorous?
Probably Bob Gibson.
No kidding.
Yeah, just listening to him tell stories was.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very, very nice. Well, can you give me the sports teaser, Chick?
Whatever a teaser is, Texas boy. We're going to talk about him and his hairstyle. We got interesting menu choices in the NFL. Bowling alley. We're going to talk bowling alleys. It's about time.
That's a great story.
It's about
martial arts in the world record category.
That bowling story is super cool.
Whatever you say.
Okay. Again,
I bet it's right up my alley. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Well, I'd check that, I would check that joke off, but I thought I already did.
That's what happens when you're slow on the draw.
We're going to ruin other songs for you.
Right now, I want to remind you, first off, congratulations, Napa Auto Parts.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yesterday, kind of early evening by the time
Chase
it was
Elliott?
over. Chase Elliott, a big winner in that beautiful Napa car.
Congratulations,
the
Chase.
NASCAR champion. Right now at Napa, you can get 20% off 3 or more items by purchasing a Napa tool bag, just $4.99. 20% off power tools, 20% off windshield wipers, 20% off, what do you got? Oil filters, you name it. Find all the details at your favorite Napa store. We call it the Napa Bag of Tricks. Once again, 20% off 3 or more items when you purchase that Napa tool bag for under $5. Quality parts, helpful people. They have Napa know-how at participating locations. Exclusions apply. May not be combined with other offers. This offer ends November 30th, 2020. So get on it today. Stop by your favorite Napa Auto Parts store. Coming up, it will be Veterans Day in a couple days. We're going to start with some veterans requests already. I've got my first one coming up.
All right.
When we come back, along with me and Mr. Baker. Mr. Baker. Is it Mr. Baker? Hello, Mr. Baker. How are you?
Who's Mr. Baker?
I'm going to meet
this
you.
guy?
It's Donnie.
Peter Lorre.
Oh, Donnie Baker.
When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Rolling through a Monday, I'm Mark Allison. Hope you're having a great day. Reno Collier on the way. Tuesday, we're looking forward to Jess Hooker and catching up with comedian Kostaki Economopoulos. Boy, his Atlanta Falcons look like they were going to drop another one late. We're able to hang on, and the Falcons get a win. But there was a lot of close games, and how about that blowout last night? Tom Brady, uh-oh. Well, we'll be talking about that today. And Chick McGee, my friend, will be talking about it in sports right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. More of the Bob and Tom Show after this.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Jeopardy host Alex Trebek has died after battling pancreatic cancer for nearly 2 years. Jeopardy studio Sony says Trebek died at his Los Angeles home early Sunday. With family and friends surrounding him, he was 80. Trebek presided over the beloved quiz show for more than 30 years. And Norm Crosby, the comedian known for mangling the English language, has also died. He was 93. The comic passed away Saturday of heart failure in Los Angeles. Nikki Sixx has traded Sunset Strip for the Tetons. He's moved to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. He did it over the summer because he felt that Los Angeles was getting too tough a place to raise his baby girl. Now Sixx spends his days fishing on the Snake River. It may not sound very rock and roll, but Nikki Sixx grew up fishing and hunting as a boy in the Twin Falls, Idaho area. And a music fan thought John Lennon sounded hopeless on his Imagine album in 1971 and wrote to him about his Christian faith. Lennon wrote back, chewing him out. Lennon's letter is now for sale. Tom Bonfeld of Lexington wrote the letter and said in 1993 statement he wanted to share his religious beliefs in an uplifting and non-threatening manner. Lennon wrote back in a letter dated October 1st, 1971, "Listen, brother, why don't you Jesus freaks get off people's backs?" The letter will sell for as much as $35,000, they believe, when it's auctioned on Thursday at R&R Auctions. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's an old Eskimo trick of how to catch a polar bear. Now, what you do is you go cut a hole in the ice, right? And then you take little peas and you place them strategically 4 inches apart all the way around the hole, right? And a polar bear will crawl up and he'll look at it and very much curiosity is what is going on there. Now, when he bends over to take a pee, you kick him in the ice hole.
Where are you from, by the way?
Patterson, from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, sure. That's famous.
Yeah, small.
Sure.
Thugged out town. It's tiny. So small, we used to get robbed by people we knew.
That's small.
People like, stick them up. I'm like, Andre? I'm going to tell your mother, man. By the way, how is Aunt Carol?
COVID-19 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy Lee has an update in the forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather, brought to you by the Car X-Man. It'll become partly cloudy today with a record high possible, 78 degrees. Overnight, partly cloudy down to 60. Tomorrow, we'll start out with a few sun and clouds, but then clouding up and an afternoon thunder, or an afternoon shower.
I think it's going to be cool to have more than one sun.
74. What?
You said we're starting out with a few suns.
Oh, sun and clouds. You know what? I'm walking a fine line here.
Oh, sorry. You have a bad day?
No.
You look very nice.
Thanks.
There you go. My aunt used to have a Davenport.
I don't care. I like this little jacket. You're not going to.
It's almost a nudie suit.
Kind of, yeah.
Now, we should explain nudie not as in naked, but nudie as in a great Nashville tailor.
You should get your bedazzler out and go around the...
Go around the flowers?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. What's happening here? Well, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Doing
good.
Not to identify it, just in case anyone is writing it down for lawsuits. Let's see. There's Ace. There's Chick. Josh is at the IHateStevenSinger.com. Sidekick, desk and chair. Hi. Christy looks very nice today.
Thank you.
She's kidding, but my aunt did have a Davenport that looked like that. She is at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. This is Tom. That's Willie G. Patty G in the next room with his all-new auburn hair color.
What a great weekend it was.
Yeah. I'm glad you had a good weekend.
Did you meet a gal?
A bunch of sold-out shows.
No, we forgot Jimmy's iPad charger, so we talked, we swam, he asked questions. It was
You took your son on the road with you?
Yeah, we had fun.
Good. Glad to hear it.
You know, Pat, if I could offer just one comment. When you say, hey, we had fun, really fast when someone asks you how it went, it sounds like you're right in the middle of PTSD. So, yeah, we had fun. So maybe just give it some air there and go, hey, yeah, we had a good time.
I'm glad you had a nice weekend with a little C block.
Daddy, get off her. Stuff like that. You don't need that.
Daddy, that was the money that we were going to use for my lobster, not for Charisse.
There are no meet and greets during these troubled times.
This will help.
No checking the traps. Oh, hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hi, Donnie.
Donnie, how are you, sir?
Well, I officially got a new mortal enemy.
Who's that?
Squirrels.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, sure.
I hate squirrels. Always have, always will. They got no respect for nobody or nobody's property. Them little rat dick bastards come running out from the cars regular. always at rush hour traffic or going against the grain in a roundabout. Yeah. Got people hitting their brakes, swerving all over, can't make up their minds which way to go. Then you end up with a fender bender because the woman in front of you is a squirrel lever and slammed on her brakes doing 50. And now your car insurance goes through the roof, and it ain't like you can, take the damn squirrel to appellate court and have Judge Wapner's pay restitution.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'll never understand why people love them damn things.
They're cute, Donnie. The little squirrels.
They're tree rats, Tom. I swear to God. And the only reason why people like them is because they got fluffy tails.
Yeah.
You put a fluffy tail on a sewer rat, people be falling in love with them too.
Okay.
And squirrels eat anything. They're basically half goat when you think about it. My Uncle Sonny with you had a nest of squirrels completely eat all the vinyl siding off his half the duplex. I swear to God.
I believe it.
Oh, and then they stripped all the copper out of his walls too.
Really?
Huh. Like little rodent meth heads or long-tailed tweakers. Oh, my Uncle Junebug hated squirrels so hard because they'd always steal his bird seed from his bird feeders.
Oh, yeah, I know that feeling.
So he tried hanging his feeders on wires.
Yep.
He put spikes on the feeders. Set traps. I swear to God, he went Rambo in squirrels. One time he made this contraption called a tilt-a-squirrel.
Oh.
Yeah, where were you, Shark Tank? This thing was badass. It was a large spinning disc. And he'd fashion it out of a wagon wheel. Then he'd bait it with peanut butter and bird seed, but he was booby trapped because that thing sent them squirrels flying like they was on jetpacks.
Oh.
Hell, a few of them made it down to old man Flanagan's property. Oh, and the one final up yours to my Uncle Junebug, during his last funeral procession, a damn squirrel ran out in front of the hearse.
Oh, boy.
Yep, causing the mortician slam on the brakes.
Yeah.
And an 18-car pileup. There are little flags everywhere. So I'll say like this. This is a forewarning to all you squirrels out there. I, Donnie Baker, declare nucleoid war on you this year. You run out in front of me, you're going to get it twice. Ooh. Once from me and another drive-by from my boat. Guaranteed. And let your other squirrels know your little fuzzy tail's going to be hanging from my rear-view mirror right next to Angel Skinner's leopard-printed thong. Yep, the one she borrowed from my mom Phyllis on our first run. What, Christy? Hell, everybody knows stuff is worth more if it's game worn.
Oh, come on, Donnie.
I know.
Have you noticed the new rearview mirror accessory is a mask? Have you noticed that?
Yeah, you do see that.
I see it all the time. Yeah.
Well.
It's one way not to forget it or lose it, I guess.
No, I'd still forget it.
Oh.
Remember, you're talking to the guy that had I had one of my bikes on top of my Suburban. Before I got the rack that goes in the back, and I had a thing that you'd hang in your mirror going with an arrow going.
Oh, don't forget you got something on top of your roof?
I drove it into my garage.
With the bike on top?
I don't ask.
Yes, sir.
I don't ask for a lot, but if I could have a time machine, go back and see that happen.
Yeah.
Oh man, this would be something.
This is when I lived in a place, and I remember my house then. When you'd back up out of the driveway, you only had about 30 feet.
Then it went up the hill?
No, then it went down the hill.
Oh.
So one time, my buddy Mark and I were something was wrong with the car. We had to push it out, and it was kind of icy.
Uh-oh.
Those Suburbans, they get a lot of, what's the term in physics, momentum? Mm-hmm. Inertia? What is it exactly? So
Inertia would work, yeah.
We're pushing this thing, and all of a sudden, okay. And then we try to stop it. It just keeps sliding and sliding. We just stopped it before it went over the cliff.
Gosh. Thank goodness for Simply Safe and Ring and all these things that are giving us cameras now.
Yeah.
Because for years, no one got to see these.
Footage, yeah.
And now they are there. You can see them when you scroll. It's the greatest.
So, I mean, I could
in
never.
high definition.
I could never drive a truck or anything that had. I wouldn't even want to put a boat on a trailer. I'd be afraid I'd screw that up. But yeah, don't get the bike roof rack unless you're really attentive.
Or don't have a garage.
Backed into a dumpster in the driveway after being told over and over again, you're going to bake in, you're going to bump right into that. You're going to be able to. So that was
Which
the worst.
administration? 1, 2, or 3?
I can't really say. And when I hit it, I just
Can I guess based on the voice? Oh, sorry. Where were we? We promised we were going to do a little bit of a.
We got world records.
Veterans request. Will you do your couple world records, then we'll get to our request.
An 8-year-old boy in Texas has won first place. This is a contest, not a world record, in the kids category at the USA Mullet Championships.
Yeah, how about that?
Jackson Crossland took home a prize of $500, beating 9 other finalists. He used his winnings to buy boxing gear, and he's going to take boxing classes.
He'll need it, because if he keeps the mullet, he'll be getting pounded.
I
don't know. Yeah,
it's kind of coming back a little bit.
Nobody's messing with Jackson Crossland.
No joke.
Jackson will jack you.
Awesome name.
Boy, this nothing says white
He was
trash like
asked-
this kid's haircut.
How it felt
Look at this
about
kid.
winning.
That could be Canadian trash.
Jackson said, I can't give autographs right now. I don't know cursive.
Well, don't learn it.
He's only 8.
That is adorable and awesome.
It's child abuse.
No, it's a form of illiteracy if you can't write and read cursive.
Oh,
Well, he hasn't been taught
you and Tom at crosshairs on this one?
I don't think
all
he's
right.
been taught cursive yet.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I'm just
but
saying
he will
it's
be.
not useless.
No, I'm saying not cursive. I'm saying putting a mullet in a kid is child abuse. No, cursive is a complete waste of his time.
Oh, stop
No, it's
it.
very important to
It's
learn.
very important.
It's worthless. Have a
Like
half
good
a day.
handwriting.
Teach him to do a signature and move on.
I think the last hill that cursive writing had was signing documents, but now they've got that electronic signature. I mean, you don't even have to,
Well, let's just go back to Xing things. Yeah, let's go right back to that.
I make my mark.
That's your sarcastic
Well,
conclusion
anybody
to this
could
discussion.
do that. I guess.
That's my yes. That's right. That's my cap to the conversation.
Way to go, Josh.
Josh is being
See the picture of this kid? He's 8 years old. To celebrate the best mullet, they gave him a Newport and a Miller Lite.
I'm telling you, you need to do the your version of the mullet, the Ben Franklin. I'm
With a
telling
skullet.
you, it would be great.
No thanks.
That's a gross look.
It really is.
There are some guys can pull that off.
No.
I am not one of them. There occasionally
David
see a guy
Crosby?
that can pull it off.
Duke Tomato.
Duke can pull it off.
Duke,
David
yeah.
Crosby can pull it off.
Yeah, Duke actually can pull it
Yeah,
off.
I agree.
And he's a tough guy. If you don't like it, he'll hit you in the face with a guitar.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, anyway, so congratulations to the USA Mullet Championships. Was this done virtually, or was there a gathering of the tribes
Oh,
for this?
God. Here we go.
I squirm at the mention of the word tribe.
Okay.
Probably.
I meant in a generic way.
I don't know.
I'm not suggesting anything beyond.
Hey, in the NFL, he said,
I'm sure
trying to
that
get off this
I
and
just wish I had the Mountain Dew concession.
trying to stop verbally abusing an 8-year-old. Hey,
Hey, look, they chose to put him in this position. They made him famous.
I bet the kid likes the haircut.
I bet he does, too.
When I was a kid, I loved. I had a rat tail for like a year, and
Yes.
that was as gross a thing as you could have, and I loved it.
Yeah, and you say this, all of your children, including Lucy, have had mullets. All of us.
I was going to say, Jerry Seinfeld had I had a mullet.
I had a mullet, yeah.
I had a
bet
great
you
mullet.
had a mullet, Tom. You didn't even know it.
Not like this.
If you say
What is it? Business in the front, party in the back?
Oh yeah.
Did you go mohawk at one point, Willie? Any of
I
you
had
guys?
a mohawk when I had so much lice after going to summer camp. My mom shaved me a mohawk. We went to the state fair. It was
I
a lot of fun.
had so much lice.
My mom said after 80, she just stopped counting.
Oh my!
Yeah, I was
That's
a
when
gross,
you just shaved the head.
I was a
Yeah.
gross little kid running around, putting my head in dirty little places.
No, it's you can't help it. You put on a
No.
baseball helmet or whatever. That happens. You survived.
Yeah, I had lice about 3 times, I'd say.
We're not talking body lice here. We're talking.
Oh, you're not talking crabs.
lice,
Oh,
not
sorry.
crabs.
Okay,
Sorry.
I was riddled with scabies as a child.
Scabies.
Are scabies lice?
Scabies aren't.
Yeah, they're body lice or something.
Scabies
That's a
aren't a
great
joke.
word.
Hey, in the NFL, let's go there. Atlanta Falcons fullback Keith Smith has revealed that he eats Chipotle 4 to 5 times a day.
A day?
4 to
Smith said-
5 times a day.
Smith said, quote, "You probably won't believe it, but most people who know me know, yep, it's legit. I actually eat Chipotle about 4 or 5 times a day. Like, this is not a joke. Like 4 or 5 times a day, I got my bowl."
Does he have a Chipotle in his house?
He said he gets the same thing every time: chicken with a side of rice and a side of beans. According to Instagram posts from 2017, Smith's obsession with Chipotle has been going on for 10 years.
Whoa.
Jeez.
So he's getting chicken with a side of rice, so he's not getting a whole
No
bowl.
avocado?
That sounds good, though.
sauce.
Oh, he could have bought a lake house with the guacamole upcharge.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They are proud of that guacamole.
Boy, are they.
Well, they have good
However,
chips, so.
it's always worth it.
It is.
Don't you get the guac?
Yes, I do. I treat
However,
myself.
there is like an underground, a couple of my comedian buddies have mentioned this. There's an underground free Chipotle. I might be violating confidences by saying this, but.
Yeah, what are you doing?
You get a card and you can have free Chipotle wherever you go.
What?
You get a card?
Yep. Yep.
So I bet this guy probably has that.
Oh, he probably does.
Yeah.
They give him
If he's
free
got a good
Chipotle.
agent, he'd have a Chipotle cook at his house at all times.
What I just said. Yeah. Why wouldn't he just have one in his house?
This isn't the one with the beef and the jalapenos, though.
What?
No, he's not getting that.
I'd be very concerned about his bunghole if he eating that 5 times a day.
Oh, my gosh.
Remember when you didn't used to say bunghole? Remember that? Now you almost.
Remember how John
revel in it?
Madden would always say he admired a player in a dirty uniform?
No, I don't remember that.
The mud and the snow. Snow. Yeah.
You don't look at a guy and go, oh, boy. That's rough.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
They're playing an artificial turf. And yikes.
Well.
Got a bowl of the Chipotle. Back to you.
A Michigan man, and speaking of Michigan man, look for Jim Harbaugh to start saying, hey, I'd be open to coaching in the NFL.
Uh-huh.
Michigan man has created the world's first mobile bowling alley.
Oh, I'm already on board. I love it.
That's a great idea.
How are you going to keep the pins standing if it's a mobile bowling?
Well, you park it.
You park it, you jackass.
You park it.
But I'm sure they have a leveling system.
Some sort of magnetron
Why
to
is
keep
this
the
a
pins in
necessity?
place.
This would be great.
Terrence
Is this like
Jackson.
a bookmobile?
Now,
Yeah, you take you take it to the old folks home
in
and say,
mind-
hey, fellas, you want to do a little bowling today?
How'd you get that? I dropped a bowling ball on my arch. None of my shoes fit.
It's unbelievable. It's a great idea. Good for this guy.
And now remember, this is the story that you said, man, this is a great bowling alley story
Yes.
coming up.
Okay.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I think this is a cool story. This guy, he can take it where people haven't. But bowling is so much
Where
fun.
is this again?
Terrence Jackson Jr. has been working on converting a 53-foot semi-trailer truck into a mobile bowling alley for years.
It's only one lane.
That's a little bit of a problem.
The
Well, no, it's-
two-lane facility was only unveiled last month. Because of size constraints, the 2 lanes are shorter than those of traditional bowling alleys.
Of course they are.
And the bowling balls are smaller
So it's duck pin bowling.
and slightly lighter than regular
Now,
ones.
Christy,
Okay.
you know, if you get 3 strikes in a row, you know what you call that in bowling?
No.
A turkey.
Okay.
No, and if you play this game, you call it a Cornish hen.
It's a little smaller, you see. Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
Isn't this duck pin bowling?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just fun. Good for this guy. Having a little fun out there.
where is this located?
Somewhere in Michigan.
And he takes it around to old folks' homes?
It takes it around to wherever.
Doesn't say that.
You having a
He's
birthday party?
speculating that.
Bring the bowling alley over.
Or, this could sound crazy. If you have a party, and I don't want to sound crazy to you guys, this could be kind of too futuristic for you guys, but you could go to a bowling alley is what you could do.
You could.
Well, there's a reason why he would have a mobile bowling alley now.
Why is that?
No, but I mean,
COVID?
You're right. Yeah, thank you. But I mean, beyond the ultra obvious point that Josh was about to make.
Well, it seems someone needed to point it out.
I don't know why this bowling story is making us all fight so much, but the gloves are off.
I mean, wouldn't it be cool if you're having a kids' party and a truck pulls up and there's a bowling alley in it?
Yeah, it'd be fun.
The kids would go nuts. It's great.
It's fun.
And that reminds me, I'm trying to get a couple of giant tractor trailers in here so that we can bring Duke and the band back because they're not allowed in the building.
What? What do we need 2 of them for?
You have to put the bass player in his own trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's an ethical thing.
Are you serious here?
Yeah, of course I am. Wouldn't it be cool?
Why wouldn't you just get a tent and put a heater in it?
Because that wouldn't be funny. Wouldn't it be great to have two big trucks parked out there?
No.
And then
the acoustics would suck inside a tractor trailer.
let Eddie handle that. He's practically a genius. He'll figure it out. We're working on it right now. A couple of big. That way they can get fresh air.
They're not going to get fresh air if they're inside a semi.
No, the air is very stale and still.
Yeah, they're going to be.
Are you familiar with fans? Now, admittedly, the air will be quite cold.
Is this one of those ideas where you started it with, you know what we could do?
Yes.
And no one stopped you?
Tom, this is a horrible idea. You can't put those guys in a trailer. It's a confined small
Well, I'm sorry, but corporate won't let them in the building.
Well, tent and heaters.
Tent the porch again.
Everyone can do a tent. Who's stupid enough to put 2 trucks out there with big...
I don't understand the point of 2 trucks.
Yeah, you know they're made out of metal, dude. It's not going to sound good.
And it's going to be cold.
Now I consider it a challenge.
trying to help.
Yeah, if I were
to
Duke,
see if I
I'd
can get this
say
guy
no way.
to drive the bowling alley truck.
I just got
down
a
here.
text. Oh, Eddie has hung himself.
You mean hanged?
I do mean hanged.
Although I understand he's both hung and hanged.
Let me ask this, Tom. Do you want me here this morning? That's a no.
That was that's an absolute.
You know what?
Ironclad no.
During the break, Josh is showing Chick the fish that he caught. It's literally smaller than a pack of cigarettes.
Well, that was kind of the joke. That's why we took the picture.
Does anybody have a pack of cigarettes? I could use one.
I'm going to start smoking right now, too.
By the way, real quick, Willie, are you committing to the mustache now?
What do you guys think about that?
I like it.
I think I'm going to shave it today.
No, let it go.
Let it blossom, let it grow.
I'm hanging out with a lady later for the first time.
Oh.
And it's first, old Will's been lonely since February, ladies and gentlemen. And so I don't want my first impression to this person to be, hey, I'm doing sort of a novelty thing right now.
That's a good point.
It looks good.
No, it does. It's got a nice...
this way, if she likes you, she likes you for you, not for that ridiculous mustache.
Exactly. It's got a nice prime suspect and Law and Order SVU look.
Freddie Prinze.
Well, you say this.
That deserved a laugh, you mother.
If I had been listening, which I stopped listening to you about 25 minutes ago.
Remember, he thought you left.
I'm sorry. What was your joke? What is the look?
Go ahead, repeat it.
Say it. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yes, repeat it.
It's got a nice prime suspect of Law and Order SVU look.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Probably too much content on that part.
You're right. I got Pop-Tart to make.
He's Zoom-ocking us.
We're getting the Zoom-ock.
He's Zoom-ock.
We are coming right back. We have more sporting news and other delightful things now. I want to remind you that the Home Depot, this is the time, man, for the Home Depot. They've got so much stuff going on because so many people are doing remodeling.
I just bought a power washer last week.
I was just in there. I was just in there the day buying. I bought a whole bunch of stuff. But if you're doing,
I hung one of those barn doors that you on the sliders. Got that at
you
Home
got that
Depot,
done,
man. Oh yeah,
we'd gotten that done.
Yeah, got it done.
The point is,
7 trips to Home Depot.
I'll say this, and I'm someone who's always been very, very handy within limits. I do not do electrical, because I would probably electrocute myself. But maybe you're doing some stuff, but there some stuff you really want to get the pros. And by the way, if you are one of the pros, I've got some really good news that Home Depot's got a bunch of cool things happening right now. You can hire professionals. They can give you lots of references. And the pros who use the Home Depot's pro services will get the job done right. And pros today have found that at Home Depot, they've got all the stuff you need. They'll help you make the job easier. A wide range of delivery options. So if you're a pro, Home Depot can get you what you want. From job lot quantities to small supply runs delivered where and when you need it. The Home Depot. They've got the most innovative products and more ways for pros to find them in-store and online. So if you hire a pro and you are a pro, hey, pros, head to Home Depot. It's how doers get more done. And by the way, the Home Depot has some great stuff you'll find that you can access on your phone when you're in the store to find out what it is that you need. Home Depot, how doers get more done. We're coming right back. We have sex toys in the news. We have dog food news and world records. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
More Bob and Tom next. Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Floyd, you know, Bob and Tom have podcasts. That's right. Not just one, not just two, 3. You can have them for free. They're funny. Check them out. The Bob and Tom Show Extra Podcast, That Josh Arnold Podcast, and Bits and Pieces Podcast. A dive into the archive. Hosted by Willie G, Jess and Jess, Jason Hofsets. Go to bobandtom.com/podcasts for all of the information and for downloads. And again, did I mention they are free? That's right. Just wait till after the show to listen to them. It'll give you a little extra content to get you through your Monday. More of the show after this.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports. Lamar Jackson cranked up the tempo in the second half. Ravens took advantage, scored 2 touchdowns, 24-10 victory over the Colts in Indianapolis. Drew Brees, 222 yards last night and 4 touchdowns, regaining the NFL career touchdown pass lead, and the Saints into first place in the NFC South. 38-3 rout of Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Roethlisberger, all 3 of his touchdown passes after shrugging off a slight knee injury. Pittsburgh, 24-19 winners over the Cowboys. Miami rookie Tua Tagovailoa threw for 248 yards and 2 touchdowns, his second NFL start. Dolphins rally in the fourth quarter, 34-31 winners over the Cardinals yesterday in Arizona. Other winners in the NFL, Atlanta, Buffalo, Houston, Kansas City, Minnesota, the Giants, Tennessee, and Vegas. Alabama, number 1 in the AP college football poll for the first time this year. Clemson gave up the top spot for the first time this season, go to number 4 after losing to Notre Dame, which moved up to number 2. Ohio State goes to 3. Texas A&M moves up to number 5, and Florida jumps up 2 spots to number 6 after beating Georgia. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
How long was this woman's hair again?
6 feet, 6 inches or something like that. 7, yeah.
What are you? Who's the guy?
You gotta be kidding me.
Who's enabling this?
We have turned into the Dickie Goodman show.
Is that why you get here so early?
That's a lot of hair. I don't know how long is it.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Boy, better get up, get some exercise.
Hey, good morning, honey. What you doing?
Oh, it's the darn coffee maker. It's on the fritz again. You know I can't start my day without a cup of coffee.
Hey, don't worry. I've got just what you need.
Really? What is it?
It's the new coffee-flavored bubble gum from the Blowzuka Gum Company, and it's loaded with caffeine. Here, try a piece.
This is great. And it tastes like coffee. What's it called?
It's called Blow Java.
Blow Java. There's so much flavor. It's like an explosion in my mouth.
You bet. There's nothing like a Blow Java first thing in the morning.
It's the coffee-flavored gum. Blow Java. Blow Java. Open wide, stick out your tongue. Blow Java. Blow Java.
You can chew, but please don't bite. And if you swallow, it's all right.
Blow Java. Blow Java, the coffee-flavored bubble gum. Also available in mocha, cappuccino, and our most popular flavor.
Oh, what a man, what a moment, what a coworker, 747 at Q95. It's a big plane, and it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy Lee is right there. She's got the forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather, brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy today. Could see a record high, 78 degrees. Overnight, partly cloudy skies, low 60. Clouding up on Tuesday with a slight chance for an afternoon shower, 74. 54 current.
Now, going against everything that I've been preaching, I found myself listening to a lot of Christmas music over the weekend.
What?
Okay.
I just needed to be not listening to other things, put it that way.
Gotcha.
But that reminds me,
What happened now?
the Christmas Nights of Lights at the Indiana State Fairgrounds is going to start this Friday. That is such a cool thing. I did that last year. Did you drive through that thing? God, that was fun. We did it twice.
Yes.
Awesome.
Anyway, for more details, go to Q95.com. Just something fun. By the way, if you heard the thing that I said earlier when I was talking, that will happen several times today here on Q95 Radio. You're shot at about $1,000, so pay close attention. You could be a winner. That'd come in handy for Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever you've got coming up, because it's money. Money. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks very much for joining us. That's the How About You, Chick McGee. Ace Cosby is at the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day desk. Hey. Josh is back. Strike is over. He's at the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick desk and chair.
Hi.
Christy Lee, right there.
Yes, sir. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Maybe Federal Credit Union news desk.
Where would you rather be than right here, right now?
This is Tom speaking. There's Willie G. There's Patty G. Pat, have you been working on that song? I sent Pat a news story
couple going here
earlier this morning about monkeys in the news and their preferences for what kind of noise monkeys like in zoos. We'll get to that coming up.
Monkey.
Probably monkey sounds.
Monkey. Monkey.
No,
It's a little monkey band.
we were talking squirrels with Donnie Baker.
Doesn't hear a word out of it.
I received this letter. This is from Zach. I just heard Donnie talking about squirrels. My dad is a retired electrical engineer. He and my mom were tired of watching the squirrels eat the bird seed from the feeders.
Uh-oh.
They tried everything, special squirrel-proof feeders, hanging them on a chain between two trees, etc.
Yep.
Dad finally ran a 110 line to the top of the metal bird feeder, connected the ground line to the chain the feeders were suspended from. When the squirrels walk across the chain and step on the top of the feeder, they complete the circuit and do a strange circus-like performance.
I bet.
Yikes.
That's a great idea.
That's the most creative form of animal abuse I've ever heard about.
He says they're not permanently harmed.
Well, no.
Well.
They just talk funny.
We've all felt that 110 shock, right?
Sure.
Some of us like it.
I once built a very elaborate bird feeder with a pulley system so that it was going from my deck way out to a tree, and it didn't help.
Oh, it didn't?
No, the squirrels would, the Walenda brothers of squirrels.
How did you get that bird feeder all the way out there?
Pulley.
How'd you get the pulley out? I mean, how did you attach
Because it was essentially a giant loop, and you would just come it in, and it's like a flagpole thing, except it's going horizontally.
Yes.
When I was building that, I remember I went to the Home Depot, and I remember walking in for the fourth time, and the same guy walks up to me and he goes, "You're inventing something, aren't you?"
You look like one of those guys that lose their mind trying to get rid of his squirrels instead of just letting them be.
Of unknown origin?
Of unknown origin.
I wanted to see the birds.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Back to you, Chick McGee.
Well, back to this stuff. Stupid world record. A Chinese martial artist has set the Guinness World Record for most table tennis balls hit with nunchucks in 1 minute.
I would watch this.
Well, I tried to watch it, but the Guinness thing kept freezing. Just so the guy standing at the side of it. Let me see if I can get it to work now.
Nunchucks are so cool to watch.
This guy's name, I think Shi Desheng. I think XIE is Shi. And, anyway, able to surpass his own record of 32 by using his nunchucks, hit 34 ping pong balls in 60 seconds.
So
is he a ninja?
He is at the far end of a ping pong table.
Is he a ninja?
But unfortunately, this thing, I've tried on several websites.
Answer her. Is she a ninja? Jesus.
He's talking to you. He.
It's a he.
Is he a ninja? Answer it.
I don't know. It's just some dude that's got a nunchuck. Am I the only one that thought these were called numchucks? Like numb nuts.
No, they're often.
Hey, numb nuts.
I've heard them nunchucks.
They're often mispronounced
Yes,
as nunchucks.
I've
yes.
heard that.
So this is the thing
Guy
where
even
there's
just
a
said it.
stick attached with a chain and he's whipping it around.
Yeah.
Seems rather impractical.
Oh man, they hurt bad. You've never been hit by one?
No.
Of course not.
Ooh.
Wouldn't a stick hurt also?
Yeah, but the way that it's detached from itself, but with the chain in the middle.
Oof.
Did those words make any sense? Yeah.
I mean, if you had a small baseball bat, you got hit in the head, wouldn't that hurt just as much?
No, there's something about the velocity of it being at the end of a chain that just.
Okay, let me say this. What's the least cool thing you could do with a nunchuck? Hit ping pong balls, I think is the answer.
This is a skill.
Yeah, this guy.
Is he bouncing the bat? Well, we don't know. We
I can't
watch
tell.
The video,
The video on Guinness just it freezes after half a second. So, it just
Sounds awesome.
He set other world records that include lighting matches, extinguishing candles, and unscrewing bottle caps with his nunchucks.
Whoa! So there's a bottle sitting there, and he can swing the nunchuck and unscrew the cap. This is.
I gotta see.
We need to celebrate
Remember
this man
that?
more.
That's a great party trick.
That was a viral. Guy was kicking bottle caps off with his foot, spin around, and then everybody started doing it. That was a viral.
So you're saying anybody can
viral thing? That's what they is. That's what it looked like.
I see.
Oh, you're right. You cannot get to this video.
But this guy doesn't wear a beeper.
What?
Not a lot of people want to beeper. Hey, can you get the guy that can open a bottle with his nunchuck? No, but it could be. I'd
That's a hell of a party
rather
trick.
get the guy that has the 2 bowling alleys in the truck. By the way, I'm getting a lot of
miniature
people. A lot of people that suggesting they like the idea of getting Duke and the band in the trucks.
Good. I think it's a great idea.
I think it's awful.
Because when
You're
Duke
a
arrives
horrible human
and we
being.
tell him you're playing in the truck, he's going to leave.
I hope so.
We
I
can get a
applaud
heater
your
and a
effort.
fan.
You're putting 5 guys in a truck.
No. I'm putting 5
4
guys
guys.
in 2 trucks.
4 guys.
Four
there'll be
guys.
3 in each.
2 in each.
2
Never
in
mind.
each?
Let's just move forward. I'm sorry.
No. Here's another way to complicate this. You need to build an enclosure inside each truck so it's more sound friendly, I guess.
Did you see the recent email windbag we've gotten? I wish I knew I'd have to look for the gentleman's name. He says we should have. There's a word for all of this. It's called tomplicating.
I saw that. Beautiful.
That's right. You can take any situation and complicate it.
So to use that in a sentence, Ace, you've invited my dad to speak at your wedding, and I think that you are tomplicating your wedding.
That's exactly right.
Okay, just give me a hard date. I'll be ready.
Go do some jokes.
Coming up, we have our first military veteran request.
Oh, good.
We'll get to that when we return. And we still haven't finished off sports, have we?
Yes, we have. That's sports, and this is next.
Okay, wow. Well, very good. When we come back, Christy, you got a teaser for
We
me?
have a monster wolf robot. We have a guy trying out a sex toy in a store. We have a Michigan couple who welcomed their first daughter. I know that really doesn't sound like a major story, but when you have 14 sons, it's a big deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll find out about that. And Pat, you working on that song in there?
2 songs, baby.
Okay, good. We'll look forward to that when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Tell us what you think. Call 888-BOB-TOM-1. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom all the time in your ear.
Hey, did you know Bob and Tom Show has a YouTube channel? It's true. Tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, it's Bob and Tom Tonight. Over 20 minutes of the best of today's Bob and Tom Show on video tonight right there on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. You can sign up today, hit that red subscribe button. It's free, won't cost you anything. And you'll join over 100,000 other Bob and Tom fans from around the world who are currently subscribed to our Bob and Tom Show YouTube channel. Pretty cool. Check it out tonight. Bob and Tom Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. More of the Bob and Tom Show after this.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The team helping Joe Biden prepare for the White House and a nonpartisan institution are asking President Donald Trump to cooperate with an orderly transition of power, despite his claims that the election was stolen. Those requests have thrust into the spotlight a little-known agency called the General Services Administration. They're tasked with formally beginning the transition from one administration to another based on all available facts. Asian shares in U.S. futures are rising on relief the U.S. presidential election results were finally decided. Joe Biden, president-elect. Strong Chinese trade data released over the weekend also helped. Benchmarks in Japan, South Korea, Australia, and China all rose today. And Florida is bracing for more impacts from Tropical Storm Eta, which has already brought heavy rains and flooded city streets in the state. They shut down public transportation, ordered evacuations for some areas Sunday. Even if the storm doesn't strengthen into a hurricane, its slow speed and heavy rains pose an enormous threat to an area already drenched from more than 14 inches of rain last month. Eta could dump an additional 6 to 12 inches in the Key West, Miami area. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Did you ever read the book about what a flat earther wrote called Across the
Wait, no, slow down.
No.
I think we can reset the show.
Back it up.
I think we have a chance here.
Give him a little setup.
No, he's going to make it. There's something here.
Well, the flat earthers did not care for Jules Irving, and so they had an answer to his book, and it was Across the World in 80 Days.
Anyone? Seriously.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
I went to my niece's elementary school track meet, and there were fat kids everywhere. I was like, this is a track meet, isn't it? Like, I don't know if they're just... And then I saw one fat kid giving a piggyback ride to a skinny kid. I was like, oh, maybe there's a new event where the skinny kids are going to ride the fat kids around the track, and we get to bet on it. That would be, and they're off. Out of the gate, it's Chocolate Milk Mustache, followed by Jiggle All the Way. Against the rail, it's Sweats While Reading. And on the far outside, it's Never Any Leftovers. Trampoline Destroyer is a length and a half behind, and at the back of the field, it's Swims in a Shirt.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
One more tape. This is probably the best tape that we've wrote together.
Yeah?
14 hours, one toilet, two men, 14 cubic square feet of incarceration. It's a good boat. It's got a good motor. It don't burn oil.
Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
And the weather crazy warm today?
Yeah, Q95, Fox 59, record-breaking weather thanks to the CarX Man. Partly cloudy, high 78, which would be a record high, I guess. Down to 60 overnight, and then a mix of sun and clouds early, becoming cloudy late Tuesday. Chance of a shower, high 74.
Josh, I can't help but notice your windows are brand new from our friends at Window Nation.
That's right. I love them very, very much. They look great, and I know they're going to keep my energy bills down this winter.
And now Window Nation wants you to get your, because believe me, it's going to get cold. How about this? 2 free windows for every 2 you buy at windownation.com. Do you realize that's about $75 a month for a whole house of windows? $2 a day.
Yes, less than a cup of coffee, Tom. Act now. Get the best pricing of the year. 2 free windows with every 2 you buy, and no limit on that. Plus, a house of windows for as low as $75 a month. Are you kidding?
Lots of options. 1,500 customized windows available. windownation.com. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's see now. Ace, Chick, Josh, we're all here. Oh, wait a minute. There's Willie G and Patty G. Pat's that song ready?
I'm ready to go.
Okay, good. We'll get that song out of Pat in a matter of moments. The all-new Pat Godwin with the ash brown hair.
I like it.
The
light hair, yeah.
The new color. It looks better than the Elvis black you were sporting.
All right.
And yeah, very good.
You look good, Pat.
Now, there's Christy Lee. I can see her. She's at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. This is Tom speaking. I think we covered all that. Thank you very much.
Am I handsome today, Tom?
You look great. You've got your flannel shirt on. You're back from a fishing trip.
Yeah, I packed on some October weight, but I'm going to try to shed.
Me too. This COVID thing. I got to stop eating.
You look great. What are you talking
Real
about?
good. Yeah.
Thank you.
You look like you're ready for the nickname Bear.
Oh yeah. I've been called a bear before.
Oh, I bet you.
Josh, you look like
It's Christopher Street, New York City.
Boys down in Chicago.
Okay.
Neighborhood pending, yes. You look like a guy who knows who he is. If I see you, I go, that guy's got no identity issues. That guy is a man. He's a real guy.
God, it's great that you can pull off that illusion.
I was blind.
On the other hand,
got a couple things coming up. We're going to do some veterans requests. Got our first one here. But first, can you talk a little bit about this Cam Newton hat thing again for me?
Talk a little bit if you would, Chick. Yeah.
Mr. Newton has been described by Christy as a dandy, but in a great way.
I didn't say a dandy.
I
you
did.
said.
No, I did, but...
I said he was a great dresser.
Yeah,
he's a dandy.
He's got his own thing
dresser.
going. It looks great. Good for him.
He's been known to... It seems like each and every game day he dresses up and features a different hat. He has and this week's hat has luggage. There's a little pouch attached to his hat in back of the hat.
Yeah,
it looks like a cowboy hat.
But the pouch is mounted vertically, so it looks like a rudder,
like a little duffel bag. Maybe he keeps his stash in there.
But it looks like you could twist it and it would change the direction he would go.
It kind of does.
Like the rudder on a sailboat.
You could use that to steer. Yeah. Yes.
It's very odd, but
although I'm guessing some other part of Cam Newton's body he could probably use as a rudder. I'm guessing. Well, not his hat.
I hope it's not a hemorrhoid.
I never had a rudder on my hat, but I did once have a.
Here it comes. Wait a second. Hold on. I'm not ready for this. I'm ready. I'm sorry, Josh. What were you saying?
I never had a rudder on my hat, but I did once have a pirate ship wheel on my belt buckle.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was driving me nuts.
I like that.
That is an oldie but a goodie.
Bingo, baby.
Driving me nuts. I think I would have put a little more of a driving me nuts.
Yeah, that's exactly how it should be delivered. You're right.
That was more of like you were showcasing it for your fellow writers as opposed to telling the joke. But thank you. That was very well done. Pat Godwin.
Yeah.
We've been working on a couple of songs.
Cam's famous for these hats, man. He wears them.
Yeah, good for him.
More ornate, the better.
Add some style to this boring life of the COVID. I have no idea where this is going.
Passion.
The hell? Oh, Jesus.
Someone kick him in the
nuts.
Steering wheel.
Cam Newton's hats, custom made with fancy feathers. Cam Newton's hats, furry pink fedoras. Cam Newton's hats, like Grandma's Easter bonnet.
Bill Withers.
Everyone a fine chapeau, tied up in a crazy bow. Looks like he runs a bordello. Cam Newton's hats.
Very good.
Excellent.
I don't think I've ever been a part of one of Godwin's songs that's being ruined as he's performing.
Yeah,
No,
really?
You trying to jam Bill Withers and Grandma Hands, and we could have talked about it afterwards.
Yeah, why didn't you let him sing the song?
It's a beautiful medley. Takes a lot of balls to sing a Bill Withers song.
It does.
I love Bill Withers.
Yeah, me too.
Who doesn't?
I like the intro.
Thank you. I listened to the song "Lovely Day" and I just go, why don't I listen to this all the time?
Every day.
It makes me feel better.
It's a smile song.
Oh yeah,
great song. Now, well, thank you very much, Ben. Our first veterans request. We're going to be doing this all week long. This is Naval Officer Christy Lee.
Yes.
Hey, we got a Christy Lee.
I think he meant because I'm at the Navy Federal Credit Union news
No, he
desk.
said Naval Officer Christy Lee.
He did.
Exactly.
Congratulations. He did say
Christy,
that.
I'll do it. Christy, this is from Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Michael S.
Thank you for your
United States
service,
Navy.
Michael.
He wants to hear this.
I like your peacoats.
This is a song that's appreciated by.
I like your pee.
A song
Josh.
appreciated
Spray me with it.
by many in rural communities.
Oh.
It's called Well Water.
Howdy. Hey, are you tired of them fancy schmancy bottled waters? Well, you got to try our new down home bottled water. We call it Well Water.
Well water. People say it's swell water. Well water. Hey, what's that smell?
It's well water. Do you miss that nasty sulfur taste you used to get from that well water next to Grandpa's septic tank? Are you tired of tasteless, colorless, odorless water? Water without any flavor? You can taste and see every mineral in our new bottled well water. Let me introduce myself. I'm Rusty Swill. Excuse me, sir. Would you like to try some of our bottled well water?
Sure, why not? This is awful. What the heck's that? It's a penny. I almost choked on it.
That's right. We put a penny from our pocket in every bottle. After all, it is well water. Look for the rusty iron pump dispenser. Why drink something good when you could drink something well? Well water in a bottle. And well water extra crispy plus iron and mercury. Well water. You'll dig it.
People across America are singing the praises of well water. Well water. Lord, it's good. Warning, well water not to be taken internally for external use only. Remember, friends, don't let friends drink well water.
Boy, that is a masterpiece.
I still have well water. That was the inspiration for that.
Well water tastes great. I love it.
Well, it's filtered through, like 84 things.
You don't like the mineral taste of well water?
No.
Oh.
Turns all your toilets brown.
Well, there's that, yes, but
I've got
taste is good.
a reverse osmosis system, which, boy, that sounds like a reverse osmosis, eh? Sounds like a very serious. I'm sorry to report I've got the reverse osmosis.
Ooh, that's a shame, yeah.
Did you not like Osmosis Jones?
Great film. Great film.
Movie? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
Osmosis
about
Jones.
That. There you go.
Entertaining.
That was our military veteran request numero uno. We'll get some more of those in, some classic pieces from the Bob and Tom Show. Those are often highlighted on a special podcast called Bits and Pieces.
Yes.
With the Jesses. That would be Jessica Alsman, Jess Hooker, Willie G, and Jason. We've got another episode of that coming up. Speaking of podcasts, for those of you trying to enhance your vocabulary, you could learn words like...
we have a good one today in a win bag. Benighted.
Benighted.
That's a good word.
Does that mean you got your knighthood?
No, this is Benight. Essentially means woefully ignorant.
Ooh, I love your new word, Josh.
There you go.
What was last week's?
Objurgatory.
Ah, yes, objurgatory.
The objurgatory is Josh's bedroom.
Oh, yeah, I thought Pee Wee Herman got in trouble for going to the objurgatory.
No, I bring this up because Josh's podcast is called That Josh Arnold Podcast. Find it where podcasts are processed and sold and delivered.
I subscribe.
Yes.
You done
I
right.
subscribe.
Thank you guys so
to
much.
both of them, yeah.
Thank you very much. Now,
Yeah, actually, Josh, this weekend I had a little bit of extra time in my hands, so I listened to Chad Daniels' podcast, and I really enjoyed it.
Good move, yeah.
Yes, he's very good. He's no Josh Arnold, though.
Let's see, where was I? I know. Christy Lee is about to do some of the things that you may have missed in the news.
Yes, an Oklahoma man was arrested for allegedly trying out a sex toy inside an adult novelty store. Yikes. Gilbert Cordero was recently arrested in connection with the incident that occurred earlier this year.
They printed his name.
The 23-year-old went into a sex toy shop, tried a piece of merchandise which was out on display. According to the business item, Mr. Cordero allegedly used the device called the
Yes.
What's it called?
The auto blow.
Well, just electric.
Well, you try
It
it
does
before
this.
you buy it. Any wise consumer knows that.
I mean, don't you occasionally like pull a grape off the clump and eat it in the produce aisle?
Yes.
Yes.
It's the same thing.
You
right?
do?
Yes,
I do.
Fill your hands with
I
do. You don't
'Cause I
eat
hate
one
sour
grape to see if you
grapes.
like the
God,
grapes?
I hate
No,
sour
I
grapes.
don't.
yogurt peanuts and pretzels and
I'll occasionally take a cookie out of the package, but I...
Sure.
Security footage shows Cordero returning the device to the shelf and walking away after an employee hit an alarm inside the store.
Mind if I hump
Apparently,
this?
the employee told police she recognized Cordero as he had previously put in a job application at the establishment.
You do what you love. You'll never work a day in your life.
That's exactly right.
He must have really liked it if he
I'm
wanted
sorry.
to work
It's called
there.
what is it? The
Auto blow.
Oh dear God! Is it electric? Do we know?
It's gotta be.
I don't know anything about it, happily.
Okay, Willie, you may want to get rid of your mustache.
Why?
Look at the picture of this guy.
Oh, he looks good.
He's got that same mustache you
What is
have.
that? Is that a young Tom Selleck over there? Look at that bushy mustache he has.
When your eyebrow is hairier than your upper lip,
Ooh.
get rid of it.
Yep, that's how I have eyebrow is darker than the mustache.
Yeah, that's the math problem on that one. So this guy had applied for a job there.
Yes.
And, wow, that is sad.
I'm at autoblow.com.
Yeah.
And the Auto Blow 2 is the wallet-friendly...
Careful.
It's apparently a big seller.
Is it electric? Is there like, could you plug it in or?
It's electric.
It is battery operated. It looks to be.
rechargeable, I would guess.
Yeah, yes. Just plug it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It does not need batteries. Just plug it into any electrical outlet.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Don't worry. We've designed it to be safe.
Oh, I wouldn't trust that.
It may have the good housekeeping seal of approval. You don't
It's
know.
got an all-metal motor rated to last 500-plus hours.
Oh,
That's
all
not
metal.
gonna be enough.
You want to
That's
go all
insane,
metal
Josh.
motor?
Wow, if you're on Paxil, that's what, 40?
A couple of.
Wow. Uses interchangeable sleeves. They're easy to clean, reusable, and they come in several sizes.
Dishwasher safe?
To fit all men. It looks
What's
like
it
a
look like?
fleshlight
Oh, okay.
with
A cord?
a mouth.
Wow, Josh,
I was wondering if it
that is
actually had
embarrassing. What a weird
a
product.
mouth look to
Now,
it.
does it give a price, please?
Yes, it's on sale right now. Normally $179.95.
Yeah.
Down to $129.95. And it says here very boldly, ships in discreet, plain brown box.
How much for the floor model?
How
about the demo?
There is a caveat emptor here saying it may have been used.
Doesn't the auto blow sound like something you'd get on a 54 Buick?
Yeah, it doesn't
Now
sound
with
good.
factory air and auto blow.
Yeah.
Look at this accessory you can get that has an easy grip handle. So it sort of looks like a thermos.
Looks like a thermos.
Yeah, a thermos with a big flashlight.
Nice. Okay, right now, you'll notice that Josh is right there. I can see him. He is sitting in a special place. It's the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair. And, oh, yes, by some, he is the most hated jeweler in America. But Steven has a bunch of great stuff. Josh calls it the just because gift.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be great for Thanksgiving? You bring out the turkey and the mashed potatoes. And what's that dangling from the spoon in the mashed potatoes? Oh, that's your new bracelet.
Oh.
Ta-da! That's not what I'm here to tell you about, though. That's just my idea. Stephen wants you to meet Krista. Krista is a beautiful engagement ring. Take notice. It's a bright white, 100% eye flawless, near colorless, high quality, round, brilliant cut diamond, expertly set into classic solitaire Tiffany setting. That's right. It'll withstand the test of time. This is perfect and takes all the guesswork out of it. You can't go wrong right here. Krista's available right now at the touch of a button. Steven Singer at IHateStevenSinger.com. $31.98 for this beautiful ring. Real jewelry does not have to be expensive. And again, my bracelet idea, I think, is great. Or necklace, or earrings. But don't put them in the mashed potatoes. I just want to tell you that. Well, she loved the ring I got her, but there's going to be some dental work appropriately done. Never mind. Free shipping from my buddy Steven Singer. Get those orders in before 2 o'clock Eastern. They usually go out that day. Steven Singer's showroom also is paying very close attention to all the protocols to keep everything nice and clean. Steven Singer Jewelers, real jewelry, real experts for your real love. IHateStevenSinger.com. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. When we come back, we've got alligators. We've got somebody with 15 babies, and I want to do the story about the mobile bowling alley again because it's so cool. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I say Bob, you say Tom, Bob. Sure hope you said Tom, because otherwise I'm doing this by myself. If you missed today's show, we'll replay the show all day, 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. That's right, 12 full hours. How do we do it? The show's 4 hours. We play it 4 times. Boom. It's the Bob and Tom all-day replay at 1 p.m. Eastern. We replay today's show back-to-back and then again back-to-back right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Jeopardy host Alex Trebek has died after battling pancreatic cancer for nearly 2 years. Jeopardy studio Sony says Trebek died at his Los Angeles home early Sunday. With family and friends surrounding him, he was 80. Trebek presided over the beloved quiz show for more than 30 years. And Norm Crosby, the comedian known for mangling the English language, has also died. He was 93. The comic passed away Saturday of heart failure in Los Angeles. Nikki Sixx has traded Sunset Strip for the Tetons. He's moved to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. He did it over the summer because he felt that Los Angeles was getting too tough a place to raise his baby girl. Now Sixx spends his days fishing on the Snake River. It may not sound very rock and roll, but Nikki Sixx grew up fishing and hunting as a boy in the Twin Falls, Idaho area. And a music fan thought John Lennon sounded hopeless on his Imagine album in 1971 and wrote to him about his Christian faith. Lennon wrote back, chewing him out. Lennon's letter is now for sale. Tom Bonfeld of Lexington wrote the letter and said in 1993 statement he wanted to share his religious beliefs in an uplifting and non-threatening manner. Lennon wrote back in a letter dated October 1st, 1971, "Listen, brother, why don't you Jesus freaks get off people's backs?" The letter will sell for as much as $35,000, they believe, when it's auctioned on Thursday at R&R Auctions. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
The voices in my head told me that I love you. The voices in my head said you love me too. Yes, they do. You know they're always right. So I'm listening tonight to the voices in my head. Yeah, the voices in my head said we'll always be together. So I got your name tattooed in flaming red on my forehead. They come in crystal clear, but my doctor, he can't hear the voices in my head. Yeah, the voices in my head said to stop my medication. In my head said to jump the wall and run and buy a gun. You know they're always right, so I won't put up a fight with the voices in my head. I see you on TV and the voices are telling me that you want me and you need me and your boyfriend should be dead and gone. The voices in my head said to break in your apartment and hide under the bed, 'cause your love was just a lie. You too must die. So tonight I'll stalk. Tomorrow I'm insane, so my lawyer says I'll walk, 'cause I got voices in my head. Got voices in my head.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
822 Q95, and I'm not speaking to one of my coworkers, and it's not who you think it is.
Is it me?
No, it's Josh. Could we get a quick forecast, Miss Lee?
Well,
Q95, Fox 59 weather, brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy, could see a record high today of 78 degrees. Partly cloudy overnight, down to 60. Tomorrow, variable cloudiness, chance of an afternoon shower, 74. 54 right now.
Thank you very much. Chance of $1,000 in the forecast. Oh, I like that.
Really?
Yeah. Keep your ears open. Your shot at $1,000 from Q95 coming up periodically. You got a good shot at that, so pay close attention, please. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I feel it. I don't know about you guys. Anybody else?
Oh, yes.
The vibe?
Yep.
Feel it in the air?
no, there's no vibe.
There's a vibe.
No, there's not a vibe.
There's not
It's
a
a
vibe.
thing. We're
in your
not-
area.
Christy, you got a vibe?
No vibe. What are we supposed to be vibing on?
If you don't have it, you don't have it.
Yeah.
I guess
Sorry.
not.
We don't dig it.
You don't dig it.
No.
I personally dig it.
Oh, you do you?
Yes, I do. I do. We will be getting it on, if you will, to cite another brilliant song. This is Tom speaking. There's Willie G right there. Patty G is in the other room working on another song for us. Pat, looking forward to that. I want to hear your first one again. I really like that. That was very well done. But the vibe that I am feeling, ladies and gentlemen, comes from our engineer, Ace Cosby. Of course, I'm talking about the Ace Cosby. Well, some call it the joke of the day. I call it the op-ed page of contemporary culture with Ace weighing in on something.
It's more educational. It's
of course.
What happens to an egg every time you look at it?
What
I don't
happened?
know. What?
It becomes egg-sided.
Okay.
Cited.
Every time you look at it?
Eggs have been cited. See?
And what is
Oh,
that?
I see. Sided.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Egg sighting.
Yeah, egg-sided, and it's excited.
Shouldn't it be something like, what happens to a boy egg when it sees a naked girl egg?
Yeah, but this is every time you see
Yeah,
it.
but
So
cited.
Cited.
Cited. Something is cited.
Yeah.
What he hung his hat on.
There's like 3 jokes in there, and
Why
None
are
of
we
which
doing
none of
this?
which stuck. None of which really landed. I'm so sorry. Got another one?
I can do a little autopsy on
I don't do jokes, Tom. You know
Of course.
that.
Clearly.
I throw up every time I hear a
You got
joke.
an idea on
you
this one?
throw up every time you hear a joke.
Yeah, it's a gag reflex.
Well, you know what? That was nice the way you worked that in, though.
Right.
See,
Yeah.
see, I didn't see it coming. That was a good joke.
Very good.
Willie, your thoughts?
Oh, I was just going to say on egg sighting, you could do, Josh, you might think it was boring, but I just watched Eggs this whole weekend.
How about that?
Yeah, I found it really egg sighting.
Okay, it's essentially the same.
How about it was very exciting? It was very.
We are lending
We
far
are-
too much credence
We're.
to this.
I think a reaction to a joke should be like you've stepped in dog poo.
I was convinced you weren't going to say.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so
It was a close one.
when we last left you, I got a nice letter here. We were talking about Donnie Baker talking about his war against squirrels.
Yeah.
And
Tim Bedore, look out.
well, it's the whole thing about if you have a bird feeder,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about,
Right.
And the squirrels get in the bird feeder, or the raccoons.
I tried to feed the squirrels over the weekend. They refused it.
See, this is the
broke my
problem.
heart.
Well,
This
they've
is
heard
the
about your
problem.
cooking, Chrissy.
Even the squirrels won't eat your food.
That is sad.
No, it was not. It was a trail mix bar.
You've got loony women out there feeding
Well,
squirrels.
he sits there and looks at me from the tree every day, and I'm like, all right. I'll...
The squirrel's going, tuna noodles again?
No,
Jeez.
I've expounded on
Here we
that
go.
recipe. It's so
When I was in high
salmon?
school, this guy writes, my grandmother had a similar problem with squirrels. I solved it with a neon sign transformer. It took some long leads and extension cords and adapters screwed into the back porch light, but effectively blended the technology of the bird feeder with those of the electric chair. With household 110-volt electrical voltage, we estimate the transformer stepped it up to 22,000.
Well, that's
ridiculous. This is going to, you keep reading these, we're going to get, of course we took the nuclear, Davis-Besse nuclear power plant. And
I love stuff like this. It's like the guys that have those pumpkin catapults.
Yeah.
I love that, the meeting of technology and these great
I'm
engineers.
surprised you don't have a potato gun at the ready at all times.
Those, I did have one till I found out that sometimes they explode. in people's ears and do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So those are probably. I'm sure if you had an engineer design a proper safe one, that would be fine. In any event, we turn now to Christy Lee at the news desk over there from Navy Federal. What have you got?
A Japanese city has developed a so-called monster wolf robot to scare away bears.
A monster wolf robot.
Yes, the wolf bot with fangs and flashing red eyes was installed in Hokkaido following sightings of brown bears in residential areas of the city.
Wow.
The robot, measuring about 4 feet long and 3 feet tall, is cloaked in fake fur and utilizes infrared sensors to let out a threatening roar if anything comes too close.
It's terrifying. It's got a wolf head on it.
There are currently 62 monster wolves.
And it's up on stilts. This thing would
being used in Japan
terrifying.
to ward off unwanted animals, including those that target farming produce. It's a great idea.
Boy.
Ultimate scarecrow.
Yeah, it's super cool looking.
That sounds like a scare everything.
Yeah.
You got to tell the local residents. And by the way, at night, if you see a wolf head with big glowing red eyes, it's okay. It won't kill you. So,
well, until it becomes sentient and
of course,
its own thing,
making decisions and then you got
it's learning.
Now, Pat, how's it going in there? You ready with our new song?
I am indeed.
Okay, this Christy, you have a story. This is some
What is it?
cool monkey research at the zoo. They found out something
yeah.
really fascinating about monkeys.
Recent study has found that zoo monkeys prefer the sounds of traffic to the natural noises of a jungle. Researchers were investigating how technology could improve the well-being of captive monkeys. They installed a sound tunnel outfitted with sensors in the monkey enclosure at the Koirasaari Zoo in Helsinki. The tunnel exposed the primates to the sounds of rain, traffic, zen sounds, or dance music. They say the noisy traffic sounds were the most popular among all the monkeys.
Isn't that interesting?
It's very interesting.
What do you mean? Wouldn't you guess as a scientist?
I wouldn't guess that they want to live in New York City. No.
Wouldn't you guess their first choice would be the sounds of the jungle?
I wouldn't even take part in guessing. It's just not that interesting. I hate monkeys, so.
Are these monkeys raised in captivity, though? Probably the sound of traffic is the most natural thing to them.
Yeah, that's a fair question. I don't know the answer. Pat, you got a song about this?
There's only one way to go here.
Okay.
Here we come. Walking down the street. We prefer highway traffic to a jungle beat. Hey, we're the monkeys, and we like your honking sounds. Nature audio's boring. We like a busy downtown.
Yeah.
Here at the zoo, it is noisy. Come visit us and shout dirty words. We'll respond with monkey hijinks and pelt you with monkey turds. You knew where I was going.
Well, of course you would.
That was a go right.
I wonder who wrote the turd part.
Does anybody? I've always loved when I was a kid. The first time I heard the name Helsinki,
about a hellboaty.
It just seems so. What a funny name that is.
Yeah, funny. Helsinki.
Helsinki, Finland.
Yeah, of course.
Like, how can hell get any deeper? I don't know. Helsinki. But I just thought it was always a funny word.
Oh, here's a joke that I just wrote. This must have been done before.
This is exciting.
What do you find in Hell's Kitchen?
Helsinki.
That's hilarious.
That has to be.
Helsinki's a place. Hell's Kitchen.
Wouldn't it be? What do you find? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What do you find in Hell's Kitchen-y?
Wait.
No.
In Hell's Kitchen, what do you find next to the Hell Oven-y?
We're doing it again, you guys.
I keep it the way it was.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Very funny. But that
Very good. Very funny.
because Helsinki sounds like it's a Japanese name.
Right.
Does it?
Well, what is it about
the
it?
zoo sounds
What is it about it
Japanese.
sounds Japanese?
Helsinki, yeah. The zoo is
There's, the way
Korkeasaari.
the syllabic structure.
Right.
But the thing about the Helsinki Zoo. Go ahead, you got this. I'm not sure I can match you, John.
No, you probably.
Of course, it's in Finland, and as you know, the Finnish zoo is never done.
No, it's not. In fact, they're always saying Finnish Zoo.
So I don't know. Willie's question is the good one. Were these animals raised?
Yeah, because if you're raised in captivity, you're only going to really know the sounds of traffic. So why would you like the sounds of the jungle?
Because I would think the jungle would be terrifying.
If you were not familiar with the sounds of the jungle, yeah.
Would you rather be awakened by a hungry lion roaring, or a truck going by a mile away on the freeway, or someone banging a garbage truck? You'll have to now, Christy. I know that you're on the board at the zoo. You'll have to ask them if they pipe in special stuff for the various different monkeys.
I don't think they do that, but
I'm just curious.
I don't know.
If they
It's
ever done
just
these
during
studies.
monkey football games, the monkey crowd noises that they pump in.
Okay. Anyone?
Now, what went wrong there, Willie?
No, man. I got nothing over here.
Yeah, that was a rough
Crickets
one.
prefer the sound of comedy.
Crickets like comedy, huh? All right.
Speaking of crickets, someday your dog food may be made from insects. There has been an increase in demand for diversified sources of proteins for pet food products.
That makes sense.
The Purina Beyond Nature's protein line will now feature a line made with chicken, fava beans, and protein from black soldier fly larvae.
That's a great idea.
Pet food, which will be available for cats and dogs, will launch in Switzerland this month, with more rollouts planned for next year.
They do that already.
Do what?
Those dog treats that are made from insects.
I
what are
don't have
those?
those.
They're called.
To get it out.
Why is everybody?
Take a breath.
I can't get it out. It's so stupid.
Oh, well, it's never stopped you before.
No, there are dog treats that are made with crickets. They're called Slim Jiminy's.
I liked it.
You did?
Yeah.
Jiminy cricket.
That was better than I thought it was going to be.
Well, it had to be better than I thought it was going to.
Slim Jiminy's, Slim Jiminy's, Slim Jim.
They actually they experimented. What was that? They made dog food with grasshoppers.
Oh, they did? Yeah.
Dogs kept jumping the fences. Yeah, see.
Made them hoppy. Got it.
I think remember when we ate those power bars made of
crickets,
and I thought they were pretty awful. But for dogs, it's protein.
Right.
It's probably really good for them. My dog eats dog poop. One of them anyway.
Yuck.
So I'm not going to feel bad giving them protein from insects. That's
I think if they could market it in a way where we'd never know it was bugs, I think you'd have a lot better reaction.
I think so too.
You're right.
Is that what the vanilla extract beaver anus people did?
Yeah.
Yes. If you're just joining us,
Hey, that's pretty good.
You're probably wondering what on earth that meant.
Right. It's made out of beaver anus.
We had a news story about a bourbon coming out.
Mm-hmm.
That the company first they made one made of the I forget the name of it. It's the excretion. Yeah, that's castorium.
Castorium. I want to say castration.
The anal excretions of beavers has a vanilla taste. And again, who's the guy that discovered that?
That sounds like something you say during an exorcism. Castorium Dominus.
Yeah.
Right.
Castorium Dominus.
But there's the new bourbon out there is made with venison, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
It's a deer flavored bourbon, but these are also the people that brought us the
beaver ass juice drink.
Yeah, beaver ass juice. Yeah, they don't call it that. And again, I see your point though, Willie, that if you called it beaver ass juice, a very limited number of people are going to want to drink it.
Unless it was a craft beer, because beaver ass juice would be a great name for a craft beer.
Yeah.
Those are all weird names.
Yeah, we're going to get a letter. Hey, dumbasses, there already is beaver ass juice. Yeah, the Tamworth Distilling Company, if you want to Google this thing, you can get the Deer Slayer, which is a deer-flavored bourbon. It's going to be released in about a week. And these are the same people that brought you the beaver anus bourbon a couple years ago. So
how about that?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I asked O.J. Simpson about it. What do you think about something made from beaver anuses? And he said,
damn! Yeah. Oh, natural.
There we go, yeah.
Damn juice. Give me the teaser, Christy Lee.
Well, coming up, we have an alligator on a school playground. We have a Michigan couple with 15 kids. We have the Toy Hall of Fame. And we have some sad news in entertainment. We lost two very good entertainers, I guess.
Okay, sad to hear that. Positive news in the world. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes, we'd had that over the weekend.
Doobie Brothers, among many other greats, admitted to the Hall of Fame. Ow, 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 ow.
You got a Charlie horse?
Yes, I do.
Rub that out for him, Christy. Rub it out.
I'm not touching him. Notorious B.I.G., T-Rex, all of those in.
How does that make you feel,
national.
Tom? She'll let you die instead of touching.
I'm not going to let him die. If you would die of a Charlie horse, you're not going to die of a Charlie horse.
No, just like Charlie.
You know what? Josh and I are going to go.
Breakfast time.
We're all cooking more, and we're going to be cooking more.
Yeah, because
and Christy and I are big fans of HelloFresh. We got to get Josh on this.
Yeah.
HelloFresh is the #1 meal kit in America. What's the beauty of it? Well, you don't have to go shopping because the box arrives. They've done all the shopping for you. They've planned the meals. They've got the cards that show you how to put them together. HelloFresh, simple recipes, fresh ingredients.
They have over 20 meals every week you can choose from. So if you're thinking, I want to be vegetarian this week, you can be vegetarian.
Or if you're more realistic, I'd like some comfort food this week.
You can do that.
I'll take that one.
Yeah.
Skip the store, save about 40% on groceries. You cut your food waste by a lot, and your kids will clean the plate because the food's a lot better than you're making. HelloFresh.com. Use the code BTShow90. Why? We've changed it to BT Show 90 for $90 off, including free shipping during HelloFresh's Black Friday sale.
Cool.
So check this out. Once again, HelloFresh.com. That special code is BT Show 90 to save $90. Limited time only. Go to HelloFresh.com. BT Show 90 for $90 off. HelloFresh.com, code BT Show 90. And you'll have a lot of fun and have some great food, and you'll be home. And you don't have to go to the grocery store and walk around looking for the onion powder for 3 hours. When we come back, we have, as you mentioned, the Toy Hall of Fame, and a really interesting story, I think, for you, Chick and Josh. Netflix is considering scheduling programming on a regular basis. Just like cable TV. We'll find out why coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Chime in with an email. Send to bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it. Rolling through a Monday. I'm Mark Allison. Hope you're having a great Monday. Had a great weekend. Some interesting and fun NFL games. We still have Monday Night Football tonight. Chick McGee with all the details in sports. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports. Lamar Jackson cranked up the tempo in the second half. Ravens took advantage, scored 2 touchdowns, 24-10 victory over the Colts in Indianapolis. Drew Brees, 222 yards last night and 4 touchdowns, regaining the NFL career touchdown pass lead, and the Saints into first place in the NFC South. 38-3 rout of Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Roethlisberger, all 3 of his touchdown passes after shrugging off a slight knee injury. Pittsburgh, 24-19 winners over the Cowboys. Miami rookie Tua Tagovailoa threw for 248 yards and 2 touchdowns, his second NFL start. Dolphins rally in the fourth quarter, 34-31 winners over the Cardinals yesterday in Arizona. Other winners in the NFL, Atlanta, Buffalo, Houston, Kansas City, Minnesota, the Giants, Tennessee, and Vegas. Alabama, number 1 in the AP college football poll for the first time this year. Clemson gave up the top spot for the first time this season, go to number 4 after losing to Notre Dame, which moved up to number 2. Ohio State goes to 3. Texas A&M moves up to number 5, and Florida jumps up 2 spots to number 6 after beating Georgia. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
So you're screaming out loud in a hotel room, waking up the guy next door.
Waking up everybody in the hotel.
Okay, good.
Let's talk about these girls. Girls.
What girls?
Hear more about them.
They come up with the excuses. When they don't want to go out, they got the excuses, but they don't work on me. You know, it's like, oh, I got a migraine. My dog's acting weird. My car won't start. My mom's birthday is today. You know, I'll just be like, hey, I got some Excedrin, a treat for your dog, some jumper cables, and a cake for your mom. See you at 8.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
And now, Cliff Notes, hits of the 70s with Oliver. This week's hit, Emma by Hot Chocolate from April 1975. Now here's your host, Oliver Lang.
Hey, cool. All right.
Singer is dating this chick for a long time. She wants to be a movie star, gets bummed out, kills herself.
See? That's it?
That's it?
This has been Cliff Notes Hits of the 70s with Oliver.
There you go. Tell me that ain't a sad story. Ladies and gentlemen.
Bob and Tom. You can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
My name is Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
Hey, Peyton, I just want to thank you, man. A couple summers ago, you signed my cast and stuff for me, man.
Oh, really?
Well, my arm wasn't even broke, but I got to the front of the line a lot faster.
Old reliable trick there, Donnie.
Oh, my God, it works. You signed my cast and my hardball jersey. Hey, I got
Oh, number 4.
Glad to hear it.
a flyer in the locker room. I got this boat for sale. I figured you're set with like 2 or 3 of them. Maybe somebody. It's seat 7. It's got a great motor. It just needs parts. But I figured maybe your offensive line or your brothers could party on it. Hey, you know Joe Emmert?
No, he doesn't.
Well, you should. He laid some tile at your house. I don't know if I should say it, but he said he's got nicer doorknobs in his home than you do.
8:45 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much.
There he is.
Tonight, MyNDTV 23. It's the show we call Bob and Tom Tonight. So if you get a chance, check it out, please. I think you'll have some fun. Might be featuring Patty G's new song or two. I will also ask Christy Lee to give us a quick update on this amazing weather.
Q95, Fox 59 weather. Partly cloudy, 78. Record high possible today. Tomorrow, more clouds around, even a chance for a shower and a high of 74. Currently 54 degrees.
Hey, this is really cool. That Christmas Night of Lights thing you did at the fairgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
They're firing it up again. We did it twice last winter. It was so cool. But I think it starts Friday. So if you're a fan of great Christmas lighting, the state fairgrounds got something cool that they're throwing our way this year. Good for them. Well, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Everybody ready to do a little shuffle with me? Come on.
Hi, here we are.
Come on.
You know, this
do your do your office chair shuffle. It'll bring joy to people. Go on. Come on. That's it. No. Get in your chair and spin. Do your moonwalk.
No, I'm not doing this. No. Here's Ace. Here's Willie. You don't want to cheer people up. You want to cheer yourself up by telling me exactly what to do, and it's kind of creepy, to be quite honest.
I'm going to do it now.
Oh, God.
All right.
Here we go.
Describe what's happening, Christy Lee.
Well, he's shuffling in his chair. He's kind of doing the reverse moonwalk.
Right.
His little shoulders are rolling forward. He's got his arms going.
He's smirking like he's just crapped his pants.
Maniacal look
That's
on
the
his
Josh.
face.
Go ahead, do your dance.
I think that was joyful. That's the most joy I've seen in you in a while.
See, that's Josh's dance. He points up He points up to the sky, alternating arms, pumping them up with this look on his face like, I'm having so much fun, by the way. I've just soiled myself. Welcome back to the show. As Chick pointed out, we're here. And, of course, there's Willie G, Patty G. And Pat has once again dyed his hair, gone kind of a subtle brown.
Well, my son hated the blonde, so...
he did.
Yeah,
so you do everything your son asks?
Well, he really hated it. He really hated it. Yeah.
But
runs the ship.
You've gotten away from the jet black Elvis thing.
It was never jet black. It was a little too dark at times.
Yeah, a little too dark.
Jet black.
What was it?
This looks much nicer, Pat. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Good choice. Let's see. Now, where were we? We were at the news desk with Christy Lee.
Yes, sheriff's deputies in Florida removed an alligator from a school playground. The Okeechobee County Sheriff's Office said its deputies found the alligator Wednesday. Well, of course, at Everglades Elementary.
What a great way.
The school's mascot
if
is
you're
an
elementary
alligator.
school teacher, remember when you were in recess when you were a kid and they'd ring the bell and no one would go in? Come on, this is a blast. Let's stay out here. Now, if they've got the alligator alarm.
Well, the school's mascot is an alligator, clad in orange, which is, of course, a bit different from the captured reptile that measured 4 feet 6 inches long. He was released in a nearby river.
That's not very big.
No.
Still.
I'd throw that one back.
These
Too
kids
small.
have grown up around alligators their whole lives.
Oh, you're saying that they're in denial?
Wow, denial.
Oh, boy.
Also alligators there.
Egypt.
I don't know about that.
Well, it's lucky it was in elementary school because if it were middle school, the girls would be putting on their makeup and not see the alligator.
Sure, that's right. Speaking of kids, Sidewalk Chalk, Jenga, and the Baby Nancy doll have been inducted into the National Toy Hall of Fame.
Light-Bright didn't make it?
Who? Light-Bright? No, they were selected from 12 contenders, which were chosen over other toys, including Light-Bright, Bingo,
What do we
My
got
Little
here?
Pony, and Tamagotchi.
One toy going in? Just one?
3.
No, 3.
No, the doll. That's it. Sidewalk Chalk? No.
That's a toy.
No.
Yeah, I'm in with you on this one because they also have games and...
Sidewalk Chalk, apparently sales have never been higher.
I believe that.
Due to the pandemic.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Their induction into the Hall of Fame puts them in the same league as Barbie, Dominoes, and Checkers.
And the Baby Nancy doll's great. It was the first mass-marketed black doll.
Yes, that's correct.
I think they should do a Pete Rose doll.
Really?
Well, it'll never be in the Hall of Fame.
That's why.
Yeah, no.
Maybe he could at least get into this Hall of Fame. Right. No?
Don't think the list of toys
By the way,
in the Hall of Fame include just big toys. They include the humble... What do we have? We have a stick. We have a cardboard box.
Yeah.
Sand was at least a nominee one year.
Yeah.
That's really stretching it.
The Strong National Museum of Play is in Rochester,
all
New
these
York.
halls of fame stretch it.
Sure.
I mean, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has a lot of people who don't do anything resembling rock and roll.
Right.
Now, wait, let's take a look. We had...
I want to talk a little more about this Toy Hall of Fame because I was thinking about Josh.
Yeah, well, what were you thinking?
Did you know that Sidewalk Chalk is the only one of these things that is also in the Crime Scene Hall of Fame?
Oh!
It sure is.
The Crime Scene Hall of Fame.
Sure. Fingerprint kits, Sidewalk
Yellow
Chalk.
tape, yeah.
Yellow
Do you think
tape.
they ever ran out of white chalk and they had to do a big pink outline? And
Oh, yeah.
it seems a little inappropriate.
Go to another color.
And it does change from pink to blue halfway through. It's a pretty fun piece of chalk. But
You got a cop that goes, hey, listen, Chuck, I got some Sidewalk Chalk I was taking home to the kids. What do we say? Just go get that. Sorry, there's no white. We just had to do it.
And the classic Tom Griswold line of,
we know.
What happens when I'm found at a crime scene, passed away on the sidewalk? What do they yell?
More chalk.
That's right. Yeah, there's not one isn't enough, of course.
Oh, my God.
Very mean. I'm not saying that anymore.
Whale-like carcass.
Yes.
Withdrawn that job.
Oh, have you?
Have you heard? They also, there's the Adult Toy Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no,
sure.
I didn't.
They have the lower G.I. Joe.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a little damaged.
Very, very, very kinky.
The old pecker-wrecker, huh?
Lower G.I. Joe.
The kung fu grip that'll
Fighting man.
squeeze your colon. Well, sorry. Maybe that's not a real thing.
No, I don't think so. Or the auto blow would be in there.
Yeah, okay.
Auto blow.
So the Jenga, that's a cool game.
Jenga, never played it.
Do you know how it works?
There's a bunch of blocks stacked up, and you have to pull one out. Is that how it works?
Yep, that's exactly right, without it toppling.
I'm just guessing you don't have the patience for Jenga. Come on, just pull one out. Come on. Jeez.
You know, there's sexual Jenga out there.
Oh, there is?
Where you write a sex move on each brick, and you have to perform whatever it is that you pull out.
Yeah, not very fun when you play alone.
Ironically, pulling out is not one of the things you can pull out. Coitus interruptus, not an option.
Oh.
Okay, good, very good. Do you have one of these at your house?
Sexual Jenga? No, I don't. You can make it yourself by writing on.
Just writing on a regular Jenga game.
That kind of ruins it for the kids.
I don't think you're going to give it to your kids.
I'm not going to Uncle Josh's anymore.
It's from behind me, Mom.
All I know is
Do we have to watch the hockey game again?
I won the game, but I pulled Cleveland Steamer.
This is a dangerous bit.
Yes.
Extremely dangerous.
A couple that needs to buy quite a bit of Jenga is a couple in Michigan with 14 sons, and now they have welcomed their first daughter.
Aww.
Kateri Schwant gave birth to Maggie Jane, who weighed 7 pounds 8 ounces. Jay Schwant said he and his wife, both 45, are overjoyed and beyond excited.
How you doing, Mr. and Mrs. Schwant?
Maggie Jane to the family. The Schwants have been featured for years in local and national news. Though their live streaming program is called 14 Outdoorsmen, they might need to change the name. The Schwants started dating as freshmen in high school, attending Gaylord High and Gaylord St. Mary's, respectively.
Gaylord.
They wed in 1993 before they attended Ferris State University, and before they graduated, the couple had already had 3 sons. 15 kids.
A lot going on there. Some Schwants, some Gaylords.
Boy, girl.
Yep.
That's great.
Well, this is kind of interesting. We talked about it on the Bits and Pieces podcast. You, Dad, you had... 1 boy, 1 girl, 2 boys. So it's a boy-dominated family. And then there was sort of a 7-game series switch. There was 3-1, and then there were 3 more girls that came after.
Yeah.
Wow.
They really rallied.
So now you're outnumbered.
Now the girls are outnumbering the boys.
Yes.
Good.
Can you imagine what about the 16 years from now, this young, beautiful lady wants to go on a date? Well, before I go, you've got to meet my brothers. Uh-oh.
Oof.
Yep.
Well, that's so sweet.
That is very sweet.
It is sweet.
Maggie Jane.
Wonder if they'll aim for number 2.
Well, I have a feeling that they don't really aim at all. I think it's just whatever God wants.
Well, I know. I saw pictures of the baby shower, and it's amazing how many people gave them birth control pills.
Whoa.
You know, you can do that. You can pick whatever baby you want.
What?
Yeah,
science allows it now.
The government knows all about it.
That's right. You pick your chromosomes.
You
At
pick
the
a
age
boy
of
or a
45,
girl.
she's
It's up to you.
closing in on being done with this.
Oh, good for her. They have their own parking spot at the hospital. the spot reserved. Okay.
I color everything.
And by the way,
hair color.
I am objecting. By the way, to the reserve parking now. I get it for the folks that are in wheelchairs, but now they've got this array of
single moms,
parking reserve for vegetarians. What?
Hey, do not take away the chubby guys with small penises parking space.
Here.
Now, give me the teaser, please, Miss Christy Lee.
Well, coming up, we have Alec Trebek in the news. We have Netflix in the news. We have, I'm going to have to go into my stack. We have Ancient Hunters that includes women.
Oh.
A lot of people didn't think
I
women
thought
were
they were all
hunters.
gatherers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Good
my goodness.
Also, coming up, we have, like you said, a couple of sad news stories.
Yeah.
So we'll treat them with the appropriate respect.
I'm sure we will.
We typically don't.
To give you a hint, I've never seen Tom more upset hearing someone has passed away. It was frightening.
Oh, yeah, terrible. When we return. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show, brought to you in part by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces, DOD, veterans, and their families. Our members are the mission, insured by NCUA. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question, why do you need Bob and Tom 24/7?
Hey, that's a great question. Why do you need Bob and Tom 24/7? I know why I need it. I have a mortgage. Good times here. Hey, treat yourself to a VIP membership at bobandtom.com if you love the Bob and Tom Show. How about full access right now, including the Bob and Tom VIP Premium Service, live 7-camera video stream of the show, the Bob and Tom Show commercial-free and on-demand with our daily podcast. And the big part, you get access to the Bob and Tom archives and the complete album library, over 30 albums to spend time going through. Check it out now. Makes a great holiday gift for the Bob and Tom fan in your life. They won't believe it. Check it out now at bobandtom.com/VIP. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up right after this.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The team helping Joe Biden prepare for the White House and a nonpartisan institution are asking President Donald Trump to cooperate with an orderly transition of power, despite his claims that the election was stolen. Those requests have thrust into the spotlight a little-known agency called the General Services Administration. They're tasked with formally beginning the transition from one administration to another based on all available facts. Asian shares and U.S. futures are rising on relief the U.S. presidential election results were finally decided. Joe Biden, president-elect. Strong Chinese trade data released over the weekend also helped. Benchmarks in Japan, South Korea, Australia, and China all rose today. And Florida is bracing for more impacts from Tropical Storm Eta, which has already brought heavy rains and flooded city streets in the state. They shut down public transportation, ordered evacuations for some areas Sunday. Even if the storm doesn't strengthen into a hurricane, its slow speed and heavy rains pose an enormous threat to an area already drenched from more than 14 inches of rain last month. Eta could dump an additional 6 to 12 inches in the Key West, Miami area. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
How long was this woman's hair again?
6 feet, 6 inches or something like that. 7, yeah.
What are you? Who's the guy?
You gotta be kidding me.
Who's enabling this?
We have turned into the Dickie Goodman show.
Is that why you get here so early?
That's a lot of hair. I don't know how long is it.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hello.
Hello.
You reached the Animal Walks Into a Bar joke hotline. Here's today's Animal Walks Into a Bar joke.
That's a recording. Oh.
A horse walks into a bar.
Right.
The bartender walks over and says, "Hey, bud, why the long face?" Thank you. The Animal Walks Into a Bar joke hotline.
So just one per day?
That's it?
One joke per day.
Bob and Tom. They put the F in professional.
Most of us have had pretty nice lives, and if we were to sing the blues about our life, it wouldn't be very bluesy, now would it? It goes something like this.
2 on the nose at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Quick forecast, Miss Lee.
We're warming up quickly. Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy today. Look for a high of 78. Record high is possible. Sunshine, clouds tomorrow. Maybe an afternoon shower, 74. We're already at 58 degrees.
We won't be in a couple of weeks.
No.
You'll be saying, I really wish I'd had my heating unit checked out.
Yep.
That's where the man for all seasons comes in. He is Jeff Chapman. And as Jeff will tell you, sometimes we get 3 seasons in a month. Gee, it sure seems like fall, spring, winter, summer. What's going on? This is where you want to make sure that your HVAC unit, as they say, is properly checked out. You want it to be safe and ready to work all winter long. Jeff Chapman, Chapman Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. They can make sure that your sump pump is pumping, et cetera, et cetera. You find them by going to simply ChapmanHeating.com. That's right, ChapmanHeating.com. Jeff Chapman is indeed the man for all seasons, and it's important to get that stuff checked out. Speaking of checking it out, My Indie TV 23 tonight at 11:30. It's Bob and Tom Tonight. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It's great to be here. This is the 9th of November, 2020. we're sure hoping 2020 faces itself out in many ways.
Yeah.
We'll hear some of that in just a second. We have a chick over there. There's Josh. Josh is sitting at the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick desk and chair. Christy's in the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk chair, space, etc. This is Tom. There's Ace. That's Willie G and Patty G. We're going to hear from Pat again in just a second. But, Christy, you say you got some sad news in the world?
Yeah, Alex Trebek has passed away. Trebek, who announced last year he had advanced pancreatic cancer, died in Los Angeles Sunday at the age of 80. He was at home. He started his game show career on Reach for the Top in his native country of Canada before moving to the U.S., where he appeared on The Wizard of Oz, Odds, High Rollers, The $128,000 Question, and Double Dare. He went on to become the beloved host of Jeopardy in 1984, winning 5 Emmys during his tenure, including one last June. Jeopardy champion Ken Jennings said, and I quote, "Alex wasn't just the best ever at what he did, he was also a lovely and deeply decent man, and I'm grateful for every minute I got to spend with him."
I bet.
The remaining Jeopardy episodes feature Trebek, and they will air through December 25th. He's survived by his wife, 2 children, and his stepdaughter.
That's a shame.
He was great.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. I know it's not like a Supreme Court justice where they have to do it immediately, but it'll be interesting to see if they if Ken Jennings gets tapped for this. Do you think he has the skill set to be a game show host?
I could see him doing it.
He's funny.
Or will they get another game show host? And
You should get Jimmy Pardo. He's a great game show host.
I love Jimmy Pardo. That'd be a good idea.
I'd like to see Jimmy on a more playful show.
Yeah, I don't know if Jeopardy's got that.
But yeah. There's a gentleman on Turner Classic Movies who I heard they were looking at.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. Yes, we'll see.
I didn't know that. Oh, speaking of, that actually reminds me, too, if we can get away from the death thing for just a second. Speaking of movies, did you see this Netflix thing out of France? This is kind of interesting.
Netflix will be testing a TV channel of scheduled programming. They will test out a channel called Direct, the equivalent of a Netflix television channel, and will only be offered to subscribers in France this month. This action follows complaints regarding how the streaming service curates its offerings, which often involve lengthy scrolling to find something to watch. A Netflix spokesman said many viewers like the idea of programming that doesn't require them to choose what they're going to watch. What?
In other words, they don't want to have too many choices.
Chick and I had this conversation last week where, Chick, you said you ended up watching nothing because you couldn't decide what to watch.
I was frozen with choice.
Yes. You ever heard the salad dressing experiment?
Yeah.
Yes.
I forget.
We all said we did. You don't have to explain it.
There might be somebody out there who does.
I've never seen too many choices.
I've never seen the salad dressing experiment. Go ahead.
The essence of it is they put 150 salad dressings at a grocery store, and then the next week they put 10, and when they only had 10 to choose from, they sold more.
No, sure.
So we are currently overwhelmed with choices.
Although I must
and they say apparently in France, Netflix was constantly getting complaints about this, so they're experimenting with it there. I mean, what would it hurt?
Nothing.
I think it's there is something to be said about having things in a certain way at a certain time.
Netflix 90% of the time steers me in the right direction. It knows. I can't argue.
It knows the limitations of your intellect and keeps steering you toward that little miniature world that you live in.
If I knew what intellect meant, I would be certainly...
You might be offended.
I might be offended. I'm guessing I am. I'm not sure.
What I think they should have is Netflix Shuffle, where it just chooses for...
I think that's a game, I think. Some people are playing that. They choose 3 or 4 different numbers, and according to the code, that's what they watch.
Sometimes you find gems.
Yeah.
And this will be great now. You can turn your TV set on, and they're already 36 minutes into Shawshank. I guess I'll just pick it up right here.
Christy, I have a question that you may not know and might be just too boring to even ask, but are they going to put advertising in the shows, or is it going to play at the end? Because Netflix doesn't have the commercial breaks written into the shows. Like, most cable shows do.
I don't know who's but I just think it's an interesting option that they're thinking about doing this.
Well, although Netflix has a lot of network shows they just go ahead and stream without commercials.
Yeah.
They do that.
You can see where the break would go if they had a break, but...
Well, no, I think... Does Netflix have the 2-tiered pricing, or is that Hulu?
I think Netflix does have that.
If you pay a little extra, you never see commercials no matter what.
Yeah, I can't keep track. There's too much of everything.
We know.
So now they've got networks I've never heard of, shows I've never heard of, on topics I've never heard of.
Well, here's something I know you've heard of. Norm Crosby, the comedian known for mangling the English language, has died at the age of 93.
That was funny for about 9 seconds.
I love Norm Crosby.
I know you did. The comic died Saturday of heart failure in Los Angeles, according to his daughter-in-law. Crosby worked steadily in his native New England before his first major New York appearance in 1963. He often misused words.
Or as Norm would have said, I had some clincleovascular.
Here, I've got a little. I just love this because it takes the piss out of people to try to use big words that don't know how to use them.
Do we have Norm Crosby?
In 1978, he had a syndicated TV show, Norm Crosby's Comedy Shop.
I think this. I always thought he was. Let's just give it a listen. Here you go.
Thank you very much. I want to tell you something. I can't prescribe to you how I look forward to coming back here to the Good Time Hour. This is such a wholesome show. It really is. You feel that aura of reek around here. The whole image is so prenatal. It's so stimulating. Don't you feel it? It's an American show. It's honest. It has conception and perversity. It really has.
I just
pretty
love
good.
that.
It's barely funny.
Oh, come on.
Well, he was the only one doing it.
No, he's making fun of these people who get on TV and don't know how to use the language.
He's making a buck.
All right, never mind. Sorry.
May you rest in peace,
I'm the
Norm.
only one it brought joy to. Sorry.
No. Many. I think Chick and I might be in the minority there.
He had his own show. A lot of people must have liked him.
He must have been okay. He had his own show.
Well, no, that really isn't an argument.
Yeah.
In small doses, it was very funny.
Ladies apparently like to hunt even back in caveman days.
Yeah, for good bargains. Am I right?
Have you seen what they've got at Macy's?
Better makeup's what they're hunting for.
You guys better watch out when you walk out to your car. An analysis of ancient burial sites suggests females were also acting as hunters. That's because the men probably left them among the hunter-gatherer groups in South America.
It's because they were probably hungry.
Yeah. Well, Steve's he'll hunt for that lady next door, but not for me.
I'm skeptical of a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
How do they know?
After discovering a 9,000-year-old female hunter buried in the Andes Mountains, researchers found significant evidence of other female hunters in the area. So,
yeah, in other words, they're bones of other people.
Well, maybe they were holding
a lot of this seems to be like a real stretch.
No, they knew because they found the female hunters next to a freezer full of elk meat.
Oh, well, then, yeah, they were like,
you got to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know if this is the elk or the venison. She's too cheap to buy the Tupperware. It's just in a butter and a margarine tub. Sometimes it seems like they find a little something and they sort of speculate.
They know what they're doing.
I believe in science. I think they're very confident.
But this is the science of speculation, I think.
What?
Well,
they find some bones and then they decide.
Maybe the bones were holding a spear.
Yeah, maybe they were next to a
Maybe they buried her next to her husband.
T-Rex that ate her.
By the way, if there's a T-Rex right next to them, that would be really something.
Now I am questioning science.
Really something. A woolly mammoth.
Give me the teaser, Christy. I know we got Reno Collier coming up.
I don't know what we have. We have a Dutch whale tail sculpture in the news.
Oh, whale tail.
We have platypus. We have a Madagascar chameleon. You don't want to be mixed up with that.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah, but we have a self-cloning crayfish.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, ladies, you don't need us.
Why do I need a crayfish? I was going to say, I don't hate...
Right now, speaking of science and technology, our friends at Harry's Razors, they have some friends that are in what they call the metallurgy biz. And with all the great advances in science and engineering out there, Harry's is taking advantage of that with sharper-than-ever blades. They've done a lot of experiments with this. In fact, it's kind of interesting. The Harry's Razors guys found out that with these new blades, guys shaving found that these razors are just as good on the 8th shave as on the 1st. And Harry's still delivers them at that very low price, about $2 for each replacement blade. What I want to do right now is tell you about an offer that is so good from Harry's, you have to try it. Harry's, of course, has been in the business for a while. And you know that millions of guys, about 10 million, have tried Harry's razors. Here's the offer for Bob and Tom Show listeners. You get the trial set from Harry's for $3. Then the shipping costs you how much, Josh?
It's free.
Oh, so you get the trial set from Harry's for $3 with free shipping. if you use the code Bob and Tom at Harry's.com. What is the trial set? Well, you get the famous Harry's 5-blade razor with the beautifully designed weighted handle. And, of course, the 5-blade razor has the all-new steel from Harry's. You get the foaming shave gel, which is great. I just used it this morning. You get the travel cover for $3 plus free shipping if you use the code Bob and Tom at Harry's.com. Join the club. It's very simple. I think you really like it. Oh, did I mention that they deliver it right to your house? So you don't have to mask up, go in the drugstore. Can you please unlock the razors? I promise I'm not a thief. You don't have to go through all that. You don't have to be behind the guy sneezing all the... Excuse me. And they walk through his aerosols. No.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I had to go...
You just sneezed right in my face, practically.
I'm COVID-free. Harry's.com.
The code is great, too, but come on.
The code is Bob and Tom. Get it delivered to your house. That's right, free shipping. Harry's.com. Code Bob and Tom. Coming back, Reno Collier. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is comedian Rob Haney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, coming up right after the Bob and Tom Show, keep it tuned right here to Bob and Tom 24/7. Ace Cosby will host Bob and Tom's Work Farce, all the fun without really that much effort. Keep your smile going all day. Keep those coworkers guessing what's making this guy so happy. Or gal, right? Come on now. It's Bob and Tom's Work Farce, and it's free right here on Bob and Tom 24/7, right after the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Jeopardy host Alex Trebek has died after battling pancreatic cancer for nearly 2 years. Jeopardy studio Sony says Trebek died at his Los Angeles home early Sunday. With family and friends surrounding him, he was 80. Trebek presided over the beloved quiz show for more than 30 years. And Norm Crosby, the comedian known for mangling the English language, has also died. He was 93. The comic passed away Saturday of heart failure in Los Angeles. Nikki Sixx has traded Sunset Strip for the Tetons. He's moved to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. He did it over the summer because he felt that Los Angeles was getting too tough a place to raise his baby girl. Now Sixx spends his days fishing on the Snake River. It may not sound very rock and roll, but Nikki Sixx grew up fishing and hunting as a boy in the Twin Falls, Idaho area. And a music fan thought John Lennon sounded hopeless on his Imagine album in 1971 and wrote to him about his Christian faith. Lennon wrote back, chewing him out. Lennon's letter is now for sale. Tom Bonfeld of Lexington wrote the letter and said in 1993 statement he wanted to share his religious beliefs in an uplifting and non-threatening manner. Lennon wrote back in a letter dated October 1st, 1971, "Listen, brother, why don't you Jesus freaks get off people's backs?" The letter will sell for as much as $35,000, they believe, when it's auctioned on Thursday at R&R Auctions. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Did you ever read the book about what a flat earther wrote called Across the
Wait, slow down.
No.
I think we can reset the show. I think we have a chance here.
Give him a little setup.
No, he's going to make it. There's something here.
Well, the flat earthers did not care for Jules Irving, and so they had an answer to his book, and it was Across the World in 80 Days.
Anyone?
Seriously. Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom, well-meaning, but
yeah, they're all messed up.
More than slightly confused.
Dino's and Crofts, is that it?
Yeah.
the doorstep, she kneels down and I suddenly find dirty knees make me feel fine. The thing that she is blowing is not
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
So, Nick, let's start with the basics. Are you a married guy?
No, I just got divorced.
Sorry to hear about that.
It's okay. Lots of people get divorced. Einstein got divorced.
He did?
Yeah, did you know that? Albert Einstein, arguably the most intelligent man who ever lived, got divorced. They should tell you that before you get married. It shouldn't be, do you love her? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with her? It should be, do you think you're smarter than Einstein?
Oh, so you're dating then?
I guess. You know what I don't want to do? I don't want to say I love you anymore. I hate that first I love you. That's the worst. First time you ever tell a woman you love her. If they like you, they want to hear it. And when they hear it that first time, something comes over them. You know, their eyes get all wide and get that diabolical grin on their face. You can almost feel them saying,
919 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy, look for a high near 78. That could be a record high. Tomorrow we'll have a mix of sun and clouds early, then a chance for an afternoon shower, high 74. 60 right now.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Your shot at some serious cash coming up throughout the day here on Q95. Also, tonight, My Indie TV 23 at 11:30. It's a show we call Bob and Tom Tonight. Check it out. See what's going on in here, what it looks like. This is the Bob and Tom Show. The handsome factor way up. Anyone? No, you're welcome, Ace. Thank you. Joining us, we have comedian Reno Collier. I can see him on the big screen there. Hi, Reno.
Hi, Reno.
Morning, my friend.
Let's see. There's a chick over there. Josh there. Christy Lee. Patty Godwin. Patty G. In the next room. With his can you see Pat where you are through the camera? He went to a different hair dye. I like it, Pat.
Thank you.
You might want to adjust your headphones right now. It looks like you're completely bald. Yes, there you go. He's
I have a fry light on top of my head.
Ash brown. He's gotten away from the Elvis black hair dye.
Keeping your head
There's
warm?
Willie G. This is Tom speaking. Welcome back to the program. How you doing? You doing all right?
Yes, sir. Doing great, man. Just got home from Raleigh late last night. And good shows. Plugging along.
What kind of rally was it?
The outdoors? That's not very funny, John.
Now, am I correct in saying your next gig is the Grove in Lowell, Arkansas on November 20 and 21?
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it. It's a great club.
Okay, good. Well, good.
Yeah, man.
Glad things are going well for you. Pat Godwin, 4 sold-out shows somewhere in Illinois over the weekend.
Well,
boy.
With social distancing.
Yeah, of course.
Well, now, Pat, did you dye the hair?
Packed in tens of people.
Did you dye the hair before the show?
Friday I had blonde hair. Saturday I had the light brown.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can see 2 different shows then. Yeah. Like both nights.
A treat.
This guy's not as funny as last time.
That blonde fella sure was.
That blonde fella sure was funny, I can tell you.
That guy was hilarious.
Yeah.
The hell was this guy?
He looked like Greg Allman after a really bad accident.
Looked like Eminem's dad.
Eminem's dad.
Yeah.
Now, it's time now for us to review Today in History. Where we
Time now for Today in History.
This actually gets down nearer to your territory. On this date in 1904, the first airplane flight to last more than 5 minutes. The Wright brothers, of course. It was called the Flyer 2.
They still lost a bag.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yes. But bing.
How did it end up in Albuquerque?
Those guys were incredibly brave.
Foolish.
They brought aviation to the world. I read the book about them last year. It's a great story. But I love the fact that they'd be wearing like a hat, a coat, and a tie.
Well, he's a gentleman.
Right.
They were all gentlemen back then. They all dressed nicely.
I mean, to fly, you realize you have to be going at quite a clip. on more than one occasion, they would have a passenger with them, and on more than one occasion, the passenger died.
How about that?
Sounds like a plan to kill people off.
No. There were many successful. Many. Sorry.
Well, which is it? Diet or not diet?
Well, the point is, it was on this day that they had their first 5-minute flight, and somewhat disappointing. For some of you, they were not able to get the drink card out.
Yeah, that's
serve anything. But
unfortunately, they had a 4-hour layover at JFK. It was weird.
On this date in 1969, Simon and Garfunkel reported "Bridge Over Troubled Water."
They reported it?
They recorded it.
Did I say record? I'm sorry.
You said reported.
You idiot.
Hey, we all make mistakes.
I love that song. I really do.
I'm Art Garfunkel, and this is Bridge Over Troubled
I think
Water.
it's just lovely.
I've heard it too many times, I think.
Oh, okay.
It was a commercial for Bed Bath & Beyond. Did you hear it?
No.
Sail on silverware. Aisle 3.
Why did they call her Silver Girl in that?
I don't know. Tom?
I don't know. I love those guys, not that song.
Okay.
Played too much, I think.
Die.
By the way, I drove by Bed Bath & Beyond, and they had the people out front with the spinning signs
Yeah,
and
they're
stuff.
going out of business. Kind of sad.
Yeah, sadly, they're going to go away.
Which one?
Bed Bath & Beyond.
Bed Bath & Beyond.
Oh, I'm a big
well,
fan.
not all of them, but around here.
Oh, okay, I'm a big fan. That's
some of them are going to survive.
I think some of them are going to survive. And they'll probably be online like Pier 1 did. Pier 1.
Yeah, but I liked going in.
I did too.
I did too.
I did my part. That's all I'm saying.
Me too.
I did too.
You guys like Bed Bath & Beyond?
I genuinely loved it.
You could find
Christy Lee, I know you do. I'm talking to them.
Hang on one second.
You guys, you don't like Bed Bath & Beyond.
Hang on one second. Didn't you get a divorce a few years back?
Yeah.
Didn't your lawyer?
But I still didn't go to Bed Bath & Beyond.
Really?
No, because he's a guy.
That was the first thing my lawyer did. Here's a Bed Bath & Beyond coupon. Something that is exactly true. Okay, here we go. You'll like this one, Josh.
Okay.
1984, Wes Craven's Nightmare on Elm Street premiered.
Yes, yeah. People think it was a little odd after Halloween.
Why would they do it? Did they just couldn't get it together?
No, I think there's a history of horror movies being released the week after Halloween, but that is still good. And
Is that a good one?
Still genuinely scary, that first one.
Is that a Jason one? Who's
it's
in
a
that?
Freddy one.
Freddy.
Yeah.
The book was Nightmare on Oak Street.
Okay, this next one is
written by Sapphire.
This is a quiz.
Push.
The birthday in 1801 of Gail Borden, Borden.
Oh, I know who this is.
Who is this?
Mr. Mooney.
No.
Gail Gordon? It's not Gail Gordon?
1801.
Lizzie's mom?
No,
Lizzie's
not
dad?
Lizzie Borden.
I thought Gail Borden changed his name to Gail Gordon.
No, born in 1801.
The milk guy?
Would have been a little old.
Yeah, the milk.
It's the Gail.
Well, please tell me what a magnificent star this is.
Some people just
go
can't
ahead.
admit that they're wrong.
Who is it?
Yes.
The inventor of condensed milk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boy, I wish that setup had been condensed.
Or evaporate.
Thank you. That's what I was going to say, Pat.
Famous for breeding short cows. I don't know. Didn't they invent powdered alcohol and wasn't it declared instantly illegal?
They had I remember.
Do you remember
Water.
Stephen Wright's joke? He bought powdered water. He doesn't know what to add. Hilarious.
Oh, here's a good one. 1914, Hedy Lamarr.
It's Headley.
Headley. The Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
Funny stuff.
Hedy Lamarr had something to do with the internet, right?
Wi-Fi? She was among other things, she was also an engineer besides being a famous actress.
Flippin' genius.
And they say that she was working on technology for torpedoes. Mm-hmm. Wow. That is essentially what gave us the cell phone technology.
And she had some torpedoes, didn't she?
Big old
Hetty.
You know why they called her Hetty?
Why did they call her
Yeah,
Hetty, Josh?
I didn't want to say it.
Because Oral is a man's name. Thank you very much.
Now, you don't hear the name Hetty very often, do you?
Great name. It's a cool name.
You'd name a daughter Hetty.
No, depend on the...
No, you wouldn't. There's no way you would do
I don't think I'll have the opportunity, but...
I know a girl named Hetty. Her last name
Here we go.
Off at the pass.
Off at the pass.
There you go.
Off at the pass.
I admire you for not going blue.
No.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go something really filthy down the typical road, but no.
Why would I do that? Hetty off.
Wasn't
she a friend of Hetty Cup the Balls? Wasn't that? Isn't that?
Oh, you mean like Chick did?
Yeah, like I did.
Yes,
See, that's how I went dirty.
Weak and yet vulgar.
And now here's Tom to teach us how to laugh.
Born on this date of 1918, disgraced former Vice President Spiro Agnew.
Spyro.
Anybody remember what they called him?
Spiro T. Agnew, they called him.
His nickname. Everyone called him. They didn't call him Spiro. They called him Ted.
They did.
Ted Agnew.
I didn't know that.
Spiro T. Agnew.
Yeah. He had to resign.
Teddy's got his hand in the till.
Was he from Arizona?
No, he was from Baltimore.
Born in Babylon.
What'd you say, Pat?
Nothing.
Born in Arizona, moved to Babylon.
The great Carl Sagan was born in this date in 1930.
Nerd. Billions.
That's great. Brought astronomy to the masses.
Yes.
Johnny Carson.
Loved him.
Kind of like today, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Sure.
Also a nerd.
Who doesn't love a nerd?
Here's a good one. Now, this next one, I'll say this, and then it'll be followed by Chick talking about something really obscure. On this date, Mary Travers was born of Peter, Paul, and Mary.
This is Chick's favorite.
Further evidence that Tom cannot make small talk. Our comedian buddy Greg Warren was dating a young lady at one time, and this was, 10 years ago?
More than that.
This century.
Yes.
Will you give me this century?
Yeah.
And Tom looks at her and goes, wow, you're very attractive. You look like a young Mary Travers.
Virtually identical.
60 years after Mary Travers died, I think.
She was also, then this young lady was Russian, yeah.
Who is Mary Travers?
And she was a...
Who is how you say Travers?
Avid imbiber of booze.
You know what? You ruined that relationship.
Yeah, I think you're responsible for that.
Well, first off, I helped. Second,
you saved his life, as I recall.
Yeah.
Do you remember Peter, Paul, and Mary's? They had a bunch of hits. Do you remember any of them, Reno?
No.
What's one of them?
Now, are they
Puff the Magic Dragon.
Oh, yes, of course.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
They're not rock and roll.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
They're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
They had that. What was that great song? I dig rock and roll music.
Oh, I thought that was Mamas and the Papas.
So did I.
Yeah. I dig
rock and roll.
the Mamas and the Papas. Because they even say their own name in their own song.
Wasn't that?
I'm pretty sure it was Mamas and the Papas.
Did you say I dick?
Here's one of them.
If I had a hammer,
I'd break this guitar into pieces. C, G, A minor.
Yeah, I sing that when I'm on my way to my construction job.
A hammer, construction.
Now, Mary Travers.
That's fine.
Although that's a biblical name, she was no virgin.
No virgin at all.
Yeah, 4 husbands.
Wow.
Yikes.
You know, she never used cash. Everywhere she went, it was Travers checks.
Who hit that?
Peter, Paul, and Mary are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
They're not?
No.
Hey, I killed with Godwin and Jim McGee.
That is so
It was so silly.
It's the worst
It's
thing.
also pretty dated.
Travelers
Which makes it
check.
better.
I like the dated aspect of it.
Okay, this song. This is.
I gotta go get some traveler's checks.
This is what you're thinking of, Josh. I think this one.
I dig
Yeah.
rock and roll.
This is Peter, Paul, and Mary.
It was?
Yeah.
We're wrong.
I would have bet $1,000 this is Mamas and the Papas.
That's not
That's Mamas and the Papas.
Here we go. He could be lying.
Yeah, listen in the background.
The message may not move me.
There are 2 women there.
That's gotta be
Those are the
Mamas.
Mamas.
That's the Mamas and the Papas.
They're multi-tracking it, you idiot.
That's not true at all.
Look it up.
Isn't that the
This is. I think this is the first where they.
This is the problem. There's no need for name calling while
This
you're
is
having
where
a conversation.
they do a Beatles knockoff here.
That harmony, sure.
But hey, it feels so groovy to say.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Yep.
The mamas and the papas at the trim sunset.
They do it like a Mamas.
Yeah.
Gosh,
I would have lost $1,000 easily.
I didn't. See, I'm wrong. I thought they were in the rock and roll. How can they not be in it? And Notorious B.I.G. is, who never had a song played on a rock station in America.
That's got to be their best song.
Yeah, gotta be.
Yeah.
1967, they had one big hit.
Okay. Anyway, happy birthday to the late Mary Travers.
Okay.
That woman,
Late enough.
the woman that Greg Warren was dating looked just like her. Remember we did a separated
She
at
was a
birthday.
short blonde girl. I don't.
Long blonde.
Once
straight.
again, she never used cash.
She never used cash. Why didn't she use cash, Josh?
Travers checks everywhere.
Yeah, because you talk about top of mind. I know when you travel, Reno, it's nothing but traveler's checks.
Yeah, it is.
That market is huge.
I can remember
was
getting those
worried.
for the first time, thinking I was so worldly.
Sure.
To get
And why did you get
traveler's
them? Because
checks.
if you lost them, they reimbursed you.
Yes, American Express traveler's checks. Yes,
Yeah, those were a giant pain in the ass.
you used them, I bet.
Unfortunately. Okay, that's it, I think, for... friend of the show, Lou Ferrigno. Happy birthday, born 1951.
He can't hear you.
Happy birthday, Lou.
All right. He was quite capable of listening, and he was a great guest.
Well, don't make him angry.
And a super nice guy.
Yeah, don't
Wait
see
a
him
minute.
angry.
We interviewed him on the radio
Yeah, he was sitting right where Josh is.
in this studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, I don't remember that.
I would think you would remember if Lou
I
Ferrigno
would.
were in
I
here.
think I would.
Jake, you're going to make Lou Ferrigno sad, and he's going to have to walk away to slow piano music.
Yeah.
Oh, God, no. I swear I thought I had
You
that.
did have it at one point. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Sad
Now,
piano is what
let's
it
move on.
was.
Christy, do you have anything of interest for our guest, comedian Reno Collier, who is on his way to the Grove in Lowell, Arkansas, November 20th through the 21st?
As if platypuses couldn't get any weirder.
Is it platypi or platypus?
I have no idea.
It's platypussies.
There you go. That's the official word.
Again, just turn left on Vulgar Road.
Scientists have discovered platypuses can glow in the dark. The aquatic duck-billed, egg-laying, web-footed mammals
Sparky just found
are also
Give me a break, will you? I'm working over here.
Dewey Decimal over there.
Well, you got to go I for incredible. And then you got to go to M, and then you got to go to...
So platypi.
Can glow in the dark?
The aquatic duck-billed, egg-laying, web-footed mammals are also biofluorescent, glowing green when exposed to ultraviolet light.
Wow.
Perfect for that midnight bowling.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
The cosmic bowling? You can use the...
You've never done that midnight bowling
It's
with
fun.
the cosmic?
Yeah, but not with a platypus.
Well, that's now.
You heard that story, and that's what you thought of?
What have you got?
Well, I have this.
What have you got, Norm Crosby?
you can't roll
Lonely platypus.
You can't roll a platypus down a bowling alley.
No, but you have them there
Is
for
it a
fun.
Roger Miller song?
You can't roller skate in a platypus. Glowing
The
platypus.
platypus is now the third known biofluorescent mammal, while the others being... Anybody want to guess?
Jellyfish?
And
No.
cows.
Mammals. Willie, mammals, jellyfish are not
They glow in
mammals.
the dark?
Cobras.
Yes.
plant
Possums and
dolphins?
flying squirrels. Though the platypus is the only egg-laying mammal with the ability. Yes.
What a weird animal.
If you'd like to find out more, you can check out the journal
Go to your
Mammalia.
Oh, yeah, that's my home screen when I open
Oh, God.
Was the platypus designed by like a like a 4-year-old on LSD? I know.
Poor animals.
They are funny looking, aren't they?
I like Terry the platypus on Phineas and Ferb.
Yes.
Yeah.
How big is a platypus? Not real. It's not like a big beaver, is it? It's the size of a
I
guinea
think they're
pig.
pretty
I don't
good
know.
size.
No,
Oh,
they're bigger than guinea pig.
They're bigger
I think they're
than
closer to a beaver.
Is there
Yeah.
anything uglier than a big beaver?
eyes.
What? That's a big hairy beaver staring
just
at you.
hanging out of...
Is there something called a party puss? Like a happy platypus mascot that comes.
Well, I would
and
imagine when
livens up.
platypus have birthdays.
The party puss is here.
Party puss is here.
Platypus get to be a pretty good sized animal.
Pulling a train.
What?
Well, time to go.
Platypus can be like 8 feet, right?
No, not 8 feet. I don't know.
Little
Maybe.
hairy alligator.
I didn't realize
I'm trying to
the
find
fact
out.
that they glow in the dark.
Weight
There's
varies.
a flying
The
squirrel.
platypus famous for never paying the electric company.
Really?
Oh, yeah, the platypus.
I didn't know
They
that.
always duck the bill.
There we go.
They range between 17 and 20 inches long and 2 to 5 pounds.
They have a bill, you see.
Why would they need an electric bill if they glow in the dark?
Thank you.
Boy, this is...
Thank you. Thanks, Reno.
Reno, thank you.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Sorry, Reno.
Yeah, you got up early for this.
Let's all say Goodbye, Reno.
Bye, Reno.
Goodbye, my friends.
Look at that. He's got his
Is that
back.
the Hulk music?
Yeah.
Yes, Reno. Thanks.
It is.
Welcome to the show.
It's the Lou Ferrigno tie-in.
Stay out of Bed Bath & Beyond, Lou.
And keep smoking the reefer.
Birthday.
It's better for you than the booze.
They said they told him to blow out the candles, and he said, "I don't have love handles." Thank you.
Oh, boy.
Back to it. Like a pro. Like
You know,
I'm glad we. What just
So
happened?
between that and Travers checked, this has been a full day.
And you didn't love Norm Crosby.
No, I didn't.
Good
night, everybody. Good night.
Speaking of going to bed, what's the best place to sleep? Of course, your own bed. And what's the best bed? The Sleep Number bed. Christy Lee, let's do a little survey here once again.
All right, I'll play.
Your sleep number setting is what?
35.
Which
Has
is
been, always will be.
Essentially like a marshmallow.
Yep.
Chick McGee, your sleep number setting is
100. I like a firm mattress, Tom. You know that.
It's like
about
sleeping on
me.
the pool table.
Oh, yes.
It's your choice. That's the beauty of the Sleep Number bed. And by the way, the bed is divided into halves, so you could have one at Chick level, one at Christy Lee level.
Yep.
So it's time to adjust with standard time back. The Sleep Number people have some tips about going to sleep. Go to bed 15 minutes earlier. Get yourself ready and get all adjusted. Get the dogs adjusted too. I know my dogs still don't know what time it is. They're very upset. Discover, by the way, the all-new Sleep Number 360 smart bed for proven quality sleep. A special Veterans Day sale is happening right now. Save $1,000 on special edition smart beds. Some of them going for $17.99 plus exclusive offers, by the way, for military members. This is a limited time offer from our friends at the Sleep Number stores. You can also go online and find out more about them at sleepnumber.com/BT show. And don't forget to ask about that new personal climate setting so that you can have the right temperature for your bed, et cetera, et cetera. It's something really cool, something new from Sleep Number. Once again, sleepnumber.com/BT show. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, for everything Bob and Tom, check out bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information, plus links to our social media sites. You can always find out interesting things about the cast, and we always post some interesting videos of things we've done recently in the show. For instance, if you click on it right now, you'll see that delightful photo of Chick McGee having lunch with Tom. Not really. They're at the same sushi restaurant. Tom oblivious to the fact Chick is standing about 10 feet away, taking a selfie with Tom in the background. around, looking at his phone or whatever he's doing, completely oblivious and unaware, much like what we do every day here at the Bob and Tom Show. You're welcome. Check it out, bobandtom.com. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports. Lamar Jackson cranked up the tempo in the second half. Ravens took advantage, scored 2 touchdowns, 24-10 victory over the Colts in Indianapolis. Drew Brees, 222 yards last night and 4 touchdowns, regaining the NFL career touchdown pass lead, and the Saints into first place in the NFC South. 38-3 rout of Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Roethlisberger, all 3 of his touchdown passes after shrugging off a slight knee injury. Pittsburgh, 24-19 winners over the Cowboys. Miami rookie Tua Tagovailoa threw for 248 yards and 2 touchdowns, his second NFL start. Dolphins rally in the fourth quarter, 34-31 winners over the Cardinals yesterday in Arizona. Other winners in the NFL, Atlanta, Buffalo, Houston, Kansas City, Minnesota, the Giants, Tennessee, and Vegas. Alabama, number 1 in the AP college football poll for the first time this year. Clemson gave up the top spot for the first time this season, go to number 4 after losing to Notre Dame, which moved up to number 2. Ohio State goes to 3. Texas A&M moves up to number 5, and Florida jumps up 2 spots to number 6 after beating Georgia. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
So you're screaming out loud in a hotel room, waking up the guy next door.
Waking up everybody in the hotel.
Okay, good.
Let's talk about these girls. Girls.
What girls?
Hear more about them.
They come up with the excuses. When they don't want to go out, they got the excuses, but they don't work on me. You know, it's like, oh, I got a migraine. My dog's acting weird. My car won't start. My mom's birthday is today. You know, I'll just be like, hey, I got some Excedrin, a treat for your dog, some jumper cables, and a cake for your mom. See you at 8.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are 2 of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
This is for the people going through heartbreak right now, and you don't know what to do about it.
Okay.
Get sick, turn my stomach, throw up, chuck, pray to the porcelain god. Barf, belch, bail out, blow chunks, lose lunch, vomit, feed the fish, and heave a log. Evacuate all you ate, retch, route, regurgitate, drop your cookies, puke, and spew. Hurl, purge are just a few words that come up when I think about you.
One way of doing it.
That's quality material.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
My brother Dennis and I, one time, we were talking about this, and, you know, like if you say you're a comedian, then you're kind of like, you got to get
Tell
ready.
me a joke.
Yeah, you know. So we decided we were golfing, and they hooked us up with 2 other guys, and we said to each other, let's just not say we're comedians and see how it goes.
Okay.
And then I said, well, what are we going to say if they ask? And he said, let's just say we're house painters.
Okay.
Well, we had 18 holes of trying to answer questions about paint that we were incredibly underqualified for.
946 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy has an update in the forecast.
Yes, it'll be partly cloudy today, and we could see a record high, 78 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy to low 60, and then tomorrow we have a shower threat in the afternoon and a high of 74, 62 right now.
Tonight at 11:30 in the evening, My Indie TV 23 with a show we call Bob and Tom Tonight. Check it out, please. Also, keep listening for your shot at $1,000 throughout the day on Q95 Radio. You could be a winner. Wouldn't that come in handy? Buy yourself 50 turkeys for Thanksgiving. Well, maybe that's a little. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It's great to be here. Christy Lee is at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
Yep.
Josh is at the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick desk and chair. This is Tom speaking. There's Willie G, Patty G, Chick McGee, and Ace. It's almost like a poem.
Ace Cosby.
Huh.
Why didn't you?
See, Tommy G, Willie G, Patty G,
Ace Cosby.
Ace Cosby, and Chick McGee. Very good. Very good.
I'm not
And Christy Lee.
Joshy.
And then Josh. You need to change your name to Joshy.
What's your middle initial?
Matthew. Oh, man. M.
M?
Yeah.
Doesn't work either, does it?
No.
I've got something here. You ready?
Yeah. Hi, I'm an unreasonable idiot. Now, Pat, you did a song before us earlier this morning that I enjoyed very much.
I'm an unreasonable idiot.
We were talking about.
Oh my God!
We were talking about Cam Newton in the world of the NFL. Mr. Newton is kind of a dandy. I like his look.
I said he was dapper.
Dapper. Okay, he's got his own thing.
Dapper
going.
dandy.
But he's got a really bizarre hat on that was making the internet go wild over the weekend. It looks like a hat with a pouch in the back that kind of flaps like the rudder on a boat. And do you have a song about Mr. Cam Newton's appeal to all milliners out there?
I do indeed. Oh, Bill Withers. Cam Newton's hats, custom made with fancy feathers. Cam Newton's hats, purple lids and pink fedoras. Cam Newton's hats, like grandma's Easter bonnet. Everyone a fine chapeau, some furry with a crazy bow. Looks like he runs a bordello. Cam Newton's
Very nice. And you didn't interrupt him once. Congratulations.
Well, because the first time he did it, I couldn't figure out what it was. Then I realized, oh my God, it's that beautiful song, Grandma's Hand.
Pat is ruining.
Yes.
You did not ruin it. It was very fun.
Thank you very much. Now, it's time to review a number of things, including what we learned on today's show.
Time now for things we learned on the Bob and Tom Show, brought to you by Grainger. Delivering the products that keep your facility running is what Grainger does best. They've been doing it for 90 years. Visit Grainger.com for whatever you need, whenever you need it. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We learned that from a truck driver that he once had a slight error and spilled a gigantic haul of Budweiser. Happened to be Super Bowl weekend, so he said, sometimes an accident ruins one party, I ruined all of them. But he owns it. He took care of it. Pat Godwin has gone back to coloring his hair, this time with kind of a, what do you call it, saddle brown? What is it?
Eggplant 5A.
Okay, very nice. It looks better than the Elvis black you were using.
Yes. More natural.
Rough week on the Chick McGee Shoein' of the week.
Can't get no rougher.
Was it 0-4?
0-4, baby.
Oh, sucks.
Okay.
Good Lord.
Embarrassing.
You know why it turned out that way? Because
I'm an unreasonable idiot.
Capital U, unreasonable idiot. That's
Josh went to the Ozarks, and the brothers continued their fishing events. Did anybody wear the T-shirt?
Yeah.
From the very nice, very nice. Pictures would have been nice.
Oh, I should have. Yeah. Joe definitely was sporting his.
Maybe he could have a private moment alone with his family instead of dragging your omnipotent ass into it. You jerk.
Omnipotent ass. In the Marvel universe, I think omnipotent ass. One of the great. There's a new bourbon out there. It's being released next week, and it's apparently tastes like venison.
Dear bourbon.
Yeah, very odd. And it's this is from the same distiller that brought us the one last year made from, what is it again, Christy?
It was from beaver.
It's
something.
from the anal glands of beavers.
It's not castration, but
I think it's Castoria.
Castoria, yeah.
Which literally it's a vanilla flavoring that apparently comes out of the backsides of beavers.
Well,
yum. And
I'll take their word for it.
Again, I ask you, who first discovered that?
Yeah.
A brave man.
Yes. No, I don't like chocolate ice cream. Wait a minute. Why don't I add some beaver-anus juice to this? It'll get it vanilla. Let's see now. We also learned that Chick loves hats, but not the fedora, because his mother made him wear one to church on Sundays.
That's right.
You were snake handlers, weren't you?
That's right. That was one of them. We'll go over that off the air.
You have no idea.
You have no idea what you just said.
Keith Smith of the Atlanta Falcons eats Chipotle 4 or 5 times a day and has for the last 10 years.
Pretty darn good.
Great story out of Michigan. A guy has a mobile bowling alley. I think this is so cool.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever been a part
How
of.
great for a kid's party. This truck pulls up to your house and it's got 2 lanes in it.
It's fun, yeah.
Okay, and once again, it's a little bit smaller than a traditional alley. And as I pointed out, if you get 3 strikes in a row, it's not a turkey, it's a Cornish hen.
And if you get a flat tire, hey, there's a spare.
Two jokes like that. I have been accused of complicating things, the ability of me to make everything more complicated. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
How long was this woman's hair again?
6 feet, 6 inches or something like that. 7, yeah.
What are you? Who are who's the guy?
You gotta be kidding me.
Who's enabling this?
We have turned into the Dickie Goodman show.
Is that why you get here so early?
That's a lot of hair. I don't know how long is it.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Mark Allison with you. Thanks so much for joining us on a Monday. Bob and Tom not necessarily known for their Monday shows. Thanks to Reno Collier for zooming his way in. Again, he'll be at the Grove in Lowell, Arkansas, November 20th through the 21st. And December 4th through 5th, the Flyover in Anderson, Indiana. Coming up on Tuesday, Jess Hooker and comedian Kostaki Economopoulos to take a look at what we like to call the NFL, the National Football League. His Atlanta Falcons barely hung on to win a squeaker, and I'm sure Kostaki will be talking about that. And Tom Brady takes it on the chin. Ouch. Drew Brees shows him how to play football. Kostaki on Tuesday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Up next, it is Ace Cosby with the Workforce. Have yourselves a great afternoon, everybody, and we'll see you right back here Tuesday morning for another edition of the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a better time if this is a party.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.